Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing.
So Lil Majin, ethically what are we supposed to do with all this power?
Thank you, thank you.
6 months and 3 months streak, let's go. AK and Bruce coming to 8,100%.
Appreciate you guys, appreciate you guys. Hold on a second, let me get this thing situated. I got this playing. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm just gonna go over the important stuff and give my thoughts and get going. Cause yeah, I know it's been a lot of talk. Season 2 and such. So let me get the title of this stream correct. Yeah, cause my restream app is bugging. Okay, we got it good on Twitch here. Yeah, I'm a little pressed for time, mainly because got some food cooking, all that good stuff. You guys over on YouTube, hit the like button anyways. I greatly appreciate it. I'm definitely going to update this title too. Try and beat this before the whole hold up. Okay, let's get that correct. Yeah, if you're in a hurry, you spell stuff wrong, and that's no good. Okay. But what is going on? The Holy One, I think you're the first person in the chat today. What's up, Holy One? Superior FPS. What's up, bro? Nah, you're not first. First stream you ever been in? What's up, Trash Monkey? What a name. Monty 559. What is good with you? So many of you guys in here. Now let me try and scroll and see what you guys are talking about. Fancy Hermit 7, how you doing, brother? I appreciate all your support, by the way. Ain't I glad I don't compete in Tekken 8? That's just how it, you know, the chips have failed. Awkward dog, that's just how the chips have failed. But it's all good though, it's whatever. Yeah, it is all good. Yeah, I'm trying to New Tekken Talk? Nah, this is the old Tekken Talk, the one from the past
I'm only
weekend.
Interested in my inferior health. This
Hey, yo, AV, thanks for the raid, bro. Hope you had a great stream, brother. And 700 hours with the Prime resub. Thank you. Uncle Hyena, thank you as well. What are we supposed to do with all this power? I don't know. We're going to talk about it, though. We're going to talk about it, though, Hyena. Okay. So I'm going to try and, like, skim through this here. I see they got...
But for those who haven't seen it yet,
現在発売
I have
中
no
の
idea
ユ
what
ミヤ
that
の
game is.
アトリエシリーズの最新作ですね。と、
But
テ
it
ッケン
looks
との
cool,
相互
the
コラボレーショ
trailer
ンが
that
決
they
定しま
showed.
した。
so their latest installment. People are watching our stream on their
Also,
their
Bamco's
lunch break.
actually
はい、これも
talking about this.
す
They're
でに
actually acknowledging the
発表されて
EWC.
ますが、サウジアラビアリヤドで、開
Finals
催され
of
る e スポ
Riyadh
ーツワール
this
ドカップ
August. That's really
2025
soon.
にテッケン8が、
That's very
採用される
soon.
ことが決定いたしました。
This has also been announced already.
Armor
but,
King, yeah, I
Tekken
know.
returns to
We're
the,
eating a little bit too
Esports
good,
World
bro.
Cup being held in Riyadh again for 2025.
これみんないい
Yeah,
顔
I
してますよ
think
ね。
we're
写
eating a
真
little bit too
す
good.
ごい。
Everyone
But
looks
shout outs
quite
to
cool and determined in this
AV123.
picture.
そうですね。
12:30.
決勝戦が、去年と同じ
For
く
the
8
raid
月
earlier, hope you had a
に
great
リヤドで
stream,
開
brother.
催されるそう
One of
で
the
す。
old school
And
Tekken
apparently,
legends.
the finals everyone's looking forward to will be held
Camco should
again
have done a
this year
separate stream for both English
around
and
August
Japanese.
in Riyadh.
はい、賞金の総額
It's
と
all
か、
good, bro. They
あ
got
と
it.
予選をどこでやるかとかっていう、はい、詳細は近日中に、EWC の公
GTI
式アカウントの方で発表されますので、
Thank you,
まあ必ず
GTI.
皆さんチェックをしておいてください。
More details on the qualifiers, prize pool, those
You
kind
said,
of
am I
things
going to
that
Evo?
everyone wants to
Now's the
know,
time?
will be coming soon. So please stay
Bro,
tuned to
these
our
other
socials
characters
for
are
that.
powerful
And-
too,
去
man.
年は前回は日本円にすると6000万円ぐらい
Meals
だった
got milk,
優
yo.
勝
Thank you,
賞
thank
そう
you.
ですね。
確かそうです。
5000
Now
万
let me. I gotta open up my own
50
stream.
5000万近くでした。
ああじゃあ6000万
Because
近
my
い
そうですね。そうですね。
またそれぐらいいくんですかね
多分そうだと思いますけど、はい。
YouTube chat
It
is
was what,
bugging
500K,
for me.
Hi.
It
something
is.
like that last year. So we foresee probably something similar.
What up,
right?
Juice Box? How
It's,
you
some
doing, brother?
life-changing money right there.
去年日本人の最高位だった
This
ダ
is
ブル
this is from this past
選手
weekend.
が
This is my
昨日
first time
配信
watching this
やってまして
because I
配
was
信中に
away
ずっと
on a family
もうサウ
vacation,
ジなし
kind
で
of
は生きていけない体になってしまった震え
with
なが
my
ら
in-law.
サウジなしというか
You know?
方式ね
はい
一戦一戦勝
一
負
戦一戦
に上がる方式が
top
も
one
もう
あの
た
Yeah,
ま
I'm
ら
gonna
ない
talk about
なんか
that.
熱い感じが
So
Okay,
apparently,
so there's
Yeah.
the Riyadh thing. So
Double, for everyone being in
I just
Japan,
wanna
they
talk
were
about
watching,
this stuff
Double
just
stream.
for
He said
a
it is
little while.
が
So
にあ
they
ったりは
got
す
the
るんです
schedule
が
for it.
働きは
They
し
can
ま
work
す
through. Okay, all that stuff is
Ah,
cool.
yes.
Let's get to the meat
Okay.
and
this is
potatoes
for
here.
the Japan viewership. So
はい
we'll get that on the 31st of March or April 1st, depending on where you live.
はい
Are you even able to buy
まあ
season
もう
2
行きま
yet?
しょうか
Can you buy
皆
season
さんだいぶ
2?
待っていただいている
はい。そう
はい
ですね。
じゃあ早速
Like the whole
実機の方
pass?
を
Is it even
Take
up
my
for
shot.
sale yet?
勝の操作で
All right,
はい
let's
Hi.
check out Nakatsu playing actual the game build itself. He's going to show us some stuff today.
行きましょ
Not yet.
う。はい。メインメニューもいつも通り変わってます。
Changing to.
Yeah, I don't know what in the world I was thinking, chat.
はい。
I was like, I bought the
早速
Ultimate
プラ
Edition.
クティス
I'm gonna
で
get
やっ
that.
ていき
Nah,
ま
it
しょう
was just for year
Let's
one.
start off in practice.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
はい。
Yeah, we
どんな
got
ですけど
season
も
one, but we
はい
gotta buy
注意書
season
は
two. I think
この
it's
4
what
種類
$30
用
usually.
意されてます。
You can see the 4 different costumes for Anna.
Oh, I love the
で
blue.、Look at this. I like this right here. The blue and gold is always a cool color scheme across all fighting games. Like across all fighting game characters, when they have like a blue and gold, it always looks really good. I think the best example of that was like M. Bison and Street Fighter, well, Capcom versus SNK. That blue and gold fit was just the most picked. And this looks really good too. Looks like her actual assassin outfit.
鉄拳7の衣装についてある、まあ、この髪型ですけども、
キャラセレの画面
キャラセル曲
あ、そうですね、キャラセルの
You
曲シ
stopped
ーズン
buying
2なんで
season
ちょっ
passes
と
a
変わ
long
ってま
time
す。
ago?
Just a quick note: some people
Number?
might have noticed the music has changed for season 2 in the main menu. Sorry, the
What's
character
up,
selection.
Joda?
で、鉄拳7の髪型
Mobile
にしたいって
Muncie,
人
I
は
agree
こう
with
いうふう
you.
に髪型変えることもできるんで、
If you want to change
Go on, see
the,
what
Monty
the hairstyle to that
559, what
Tekken
is
7,
good
you
with
can
you?
do so as well. So
はい。一応今回は新しい方でいき
Didn't
ま
they
す。
say? I don't know,
We're gonna go
Chara.
with the new
I have
style.
no idea.
こっちの方が好き
そうこれ結構揉めたけど今見てたら好評だね。
そうですね
コメント見てるとよかったよかった
よかったです
結構揉めたから
ね。
はいでは
王に戻したければ
It would have been cool if Anna would have came out with a
自分で
stage.
曲は変えれますんで、
If you wanna change it back to the original song, obviously you can. You want Tekken 3 の song.
はいじゃあ、やっていき
Oh,
たいと思いま
that's
す
a decent
Alright,
song.
let's get started.
It's a breath of fresh air from the oh
はい、
oh oh oh.
まずですね、
Oh,
アンナの
oh,
キャラ
oh.
クターコンセプトなんですけども、3つありまして、近距離スピードタイプっていうキーワードと、多様な二択っていうキーワード、あともう一つが変形式重火器ラブリートムによるパワフルな攻撃、この3点がキャラクターコンセ
What
プ
up,
トと
three
なっていま
dizzles?
す。
So there are three key pillars to the concept of Anna as a character. First being close-up speed. Second being various different 50-50 mix-up situations. And then also the third being her weapon, which changes into different forms. Lovely Tom. And she has some powerful attacks with these.
Or his string
はい、
right
こん
off
な
the
感じで
bat.
小技も速い小技持ってたり、
Wow,
So
she got a lot of
speedy
new
kind of
stuff.
pokes and jabs.
Oh, and that's the new counter.
設定が変わっちゃって
Okay, the
るので
indication on
戻しますね
screen. You got counter hit it. Yeah.
あとは2
Hey,
択は
that's
ま
the
あお
old
なじみ
stuff.
の
That's the
2
old
択が
stuff.
ありますと。しゃがみからの2択は強いですよっていう。
And the mix-ups are
Oh,
what
that's all.
you've
I say
probably seen
mid.
before with Tekken 7. Anna's a very a character with good choices from the mix-ups.
So that's a
あとは
2-2.
まあラブリートムによる、変形式の重火器の攻撃が、まあ、今回の特徴みたいですね。
The heavy weapon,
Jeez.
Lovely Tom, that changes during fighting.
はい。
Bro, she is swinging that
いろ
bazooka.
んな技を持ってます。
So you can see all the different techniques she has at her disposal.
まあ特徴的なところで言うと小技ですね。まずはこのアパスト、ニーナと同じアパスト、これが強
Yeah, I
い。
already
So
know.
like Nina,
What's that,
she also
Sour
has the
Piggy,
upper,
Shadow,
uppercut
That
with
man
the straight
Kilo.
punches
Yeah,
across.
these guys are gonna love Anna. Big Majin.
で、まあ、
All
小
the
技
Anna
で
lovers.
展開を作って、まあ、カウンターを取ったりできますが、ちょっとお待ちください。
So you could throw out a few of these quick moves and look for fish for counter hits.
Oh,
で、
It
アパスト
actually
から
does something on counter
前
hit
に入れ
now?
ておくことで新しい構えに行きま
plus
す。
14 on hit.
By holding forward during the uppercut cross, you can go into a different stance.
これがハンマーチャンスっていう構えです、ね。
Wow,
It's
a
called
new
hammer
low.
chance.
Bro, it's like
こん
everything
な感
is
じでいろん
into
な
a
技が出せ
50-50.
ます。
Like
And
a
you can
stance into
have other
50-50.
techniques available from the stance.
まあ、カオスジャッジメントに後ろに入れておくと
They just want your brain to
You
just
can also
turn to mush
transition
playing
to
this game.
chaos judgment as well.
Like for the person
ア
on the
ンナ
defensive
の
end.
まあ長所3つなんですけど
Jeez,
も
look at that.
使いやすい小技と、ラブリットムでの、攻撃によって
Mobile Muncie,
制圧力の高い近距離戦を仕掛けることが可能
Yo,
です。
check out the VOD. I
So she has some
appreciate
of
the
these
super
quick
chat, bro.
techniques at her disposal, but also some of the more powerful techniques using Lovely Tom to
Yeah, get you
get
some
the
rest,
advantage on her
man.
opponent.
で、さまざまな場所から中段と下段の2択で攻め崩す手段を持っていて、まあ、ガードを固める相手に、強い攻撃方法が取ることができます。
And then other mid and low attacks to kind of mix up her
That is
opponents
crazy.
and open up defensive players.
あとはキャンセル
Yo,
特
what
殊
up,
構え
let me
を使っ
solo
た
her?
絡め手だったり、
Also the new
まあ、
chip
専用のデ
damage
バフ
from
効果
grabs?
後ほど説明しますけど、
I
まあ
haven't
衰弱
gotten
状
to
態って
that
いう
yet,
ものがあっ
but
て相手のペースを
from
崩し
what
や
I've
すい
seen, people are
ことが
like
できます
losing their
So you
minds
can
over it.
use cancel some of these strings and go into stances, or she
It's,
has a special unique mechanic that has like a debuff.
Not something
effect on her
anyone really
はい、
asked
まあその
for,
分、短所としては2択が強
but
い
I
分
understand they
ロー
want
リスクの
throws
攻め
to be
手
a
が少
little
なく、
bit more
まあ、読みが通らないと
usable in
ダ
this
メージが
game.
取りづらいキャラになっています。
So the kind of drawback of
But
Anna
it'll
is
probably
that,
get taken out.
she doesn't have any
That's what I'm
really good
thinking.
low risks moves to throw out there. You have to kind of
Oh, that's
commit
unsafe
to one
now.
of the choices.
Side step 1 plus
And if
2?
you aren't reading your opponent correctly, then it's tough to give damage to them.
はい、2択を仕掛ける
Yeah,
た
so
めに、ま
Anna's-
あしゃがみを作ったり、まあ、横移動を
Bro, I
したり
can't-
と
I can't say
めって
anything yet. I
必要
don't
にな
know.
っているので、まあ、相手の出
I
方
saw
を
side
探す必要
step
があります。
1 plus
So you'll
2.
need to
That move
crouch to
unsafe?
start up some of these
He-
things,
that move
or
has been
start off
safe
from a sidestep
forever.
position. So you really have to look at your opponent's tendencies and judge.
And her
correctly.
lows don't look too great.
であとは確定反撃と切り返しが、ちょっと
So far.
乏しいのでディフェンシブな戦い方はあまり向いてないキャラになってます。
She doesn't have as many punishing techniques as other
Avelia,
characters
what
or
up? What up?
moves that can kind of change the tide of the battle.
I agree
compared
with
to
you,
other
Avelia. That seems
はいじゃあ、アンナは使う上で、
negligible,
簡単に、
like,
4つ
you
ぐ
know,
らい技を覚えてお
5 points
く
of
と
damage
戦
on
い
a
やすく
throw
なるので
break.
それぞれ説明します。
So now we'll talk about some of the key techniques you'll want to start off with when you first pick up Anna.
まずこの前々 RP ヘッドレスコーチですね。このホーミングアタックで上段攻撃なんだけどプラス4フレームが取れると。
First off is forward right punch, which does it's a homing attack actually,
Forward
but it is
two?
A high attack. Though when your opponent blocks, it leaves you at a +4 frame advantage.
That's her new
例え
4
ばこれ
forward
をガー
too.
ドすると4フレーム有利なので相手のジャブに対しては、バストで
4.
展開を作れると。
So if your opponent is going for jabs, you can lock them up with this move and continue your attacks.
はい。でヒッ
Wait a
ト時
minute.
に
So,
追撃もできる、優秀な技になる。
oh, she gets a.
If it
Oh,
does
it
hit,
knocks
you
down.
can,
It's,
there's
so
also
it's like the
follow-up
old
attacks
4
available.
forward too, except it's
はい。で
more
まあ
range.
これを嫌がる人
And
に
it's a
は
weapon.
次に紹介す
So
る
it's
この前々
totally buffed.
LKRP っていう
But
技がありまして。
So for
Did-
people who
Did
kind
they
of,
take away the,
catch on
the
with
little
that
punch
attack, there's
parry
some other
from it?
options that she can use after that.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't punch parry
上
anymore.
段を
Let me pause it. Yeah, you guys remember Anna's old 4 forward too? She did like a turnaround back smack. If you were throwing out high jabs, it would just eat it up. And she got a little mini combo from it, but I don't know.
上
This
段を
move
振っ
looked
て展開
better
を作
in
り
a
つ
sense.
つ
Yeah, it was plus on block as well, and it was also
で
homing,
し
if
ゃ
I
がむ相
remember
手にはこ
correctly.
ういうのでヒート発動を狙うと。
So you can use the attack to kind of lock down your opponent, and then when they catch on and start trying to duck, you have this other option, which ends in a heat engager
はい。
that also hits mid. If you can't.
ガードされても反撃を受けないので非常に使いやすい技になってます。
That's
Also, another
decent
note is
chip
even
damage.
if you
A
do
save
use this
string like that.
and your opponent blocks, there's no punish to that.
で当然ウィリアムス姉妹おなじみのアパスト、これは非常に使いやすくって
That looks like a parry,
前を入れることでハン
doesn't
マー
it?
チャンスに展開できまして、
Like her sister, you can go from the uppercut cross into that stance called the hammer chance, in which you have various attacks from that.
でこれを暴れてくる人には
Bro, that is
カウン
crazy.
ター取って両キックでヒート発動
Free
する
heat
こともできます。
And so, for people who try to interrupt your combination, you can actually
Yeah,
choose
she can
to follow
delay
up with
that
that
still, I
kick
bet.
and fish for counter hits.
で最後もう一個、使いやすい
Minus
技を紹介し
21.
ます
Okay,
が
yeah, it's still pretty launch punishable.
この 1RK ですね、ミストレスヒー
Ah,
ル
that low is
がありまし
good.
て
Wow.
I
Plus
forgot what the
8?
English name is. It's called Mistress Heal.
And it does good
Japanese, but it's,
damage. What is it on block, I wonder?
So down back right kick,
これもハンマーチャンスに行けて
Oh, the
展開を
new
作る
down back
and
4.
you can use
Okay.
that to get into the hammer chance to then pressure opponent with those attacks.
でこれがカウンターヒットすると、
Wow, they buffed her poking.
相手大幅有利な
Whoa, counter
状態
hit?
になっ
It does
て
something.
ハンマー自分が大幅有利になってハンマーチャンス中の LP ですね、これが連続ヒットします。
And that's a guaranteed
If you
heat
do
engager. I wonder if
catch
these
them
are
with a
launchers
counter hit on
with heat
this,
dash.
there is a guaranteed follow up with LP,
はい。
left punch.
なのでこの技と
What kind of range is that?
この技と
So
アパスと
the high, the mid combination, uppercut
Kono
cross
waza.
combinations.
使って
Bro,
い
that
く
is
と、
crazy,
結構
guys.
アンナの主要な技で展開作ることができます。
So they just bring her back with
Are the
so many
moves you're gonna want
50-50s
to
and
look
new
at first.
stances.
で、ヒート発動から今回しゃがみ
I
着着
won't
を
lose.
選べる
Hey,
よ
I
うになっ
like
ているの
that.
で、この辺も強いポイントですね。
And from heat,
I
from
won't
season
lose
2,
to you.
obviously,
That's gotta be
you can
just for
choose
Nina.
to follow your opponent and then go into a crouching stance, which gives you mix-up options.
はい、以上が、立ち回りで使えるおすすめ技です。
That's pretty
So
cool.
those are the techniques you'll want to look at in neutral.
Don't be a
ここから2
doomer.
択の紹介をしていきますね。
Don't be a
ま
doomer,
ず
chat.
非常に2択が豊富
We
で
can
して、
still be
勝ち
optimistic.
状態
It's
まずは このアッパーストレート
It's
と、
not looking
先ほど紹介したこの
great.
HRK が似て
But
る
I have a feeling I'm gonna have a lot
So
of
for the
fun with this
mix-ups,
season.
Anna's got lots of them.
compared to season
First,
one.
you'll be looking at the uppercut cross.
That's just my
and
thought.
then the down back right kick he was just talking about.
はい、
It's
続い
just
て
cooked.
しゃがみ状態で、立ち途中右パンチ
I
の
haven't
リフト
seen
シ
the
ョ
whole
ット
thing.
と
For crouching, we've got while standing
Nah, I
right
haven't.
punch.
しゃがみ前進中のコールドブレードですね。これが2択の中段と下段になります。
Which is starting from a crouching and then down forward and right punch, I believe it is a good mix-up from crouching.
はい、であと横移動、この両パンチのブラッデ
Yeah,
ィ
that-
カオ
that's
ス
a
と
big one right
横
there.
移動
So
中
her
ア
sidestep
ルティカオス
game
テーですね
is
こちらが中段と
kind of unsafe if she wants to do one of those
And from a
sidestep
sidestep,
attacks.
you've got both punch buttons giving that mid option, and then
I wonder what that does on
右
counter
パン
hit.
チ横移動
right
Okay.
punch while sidestepping
Plus
for that low
14, so she
option.
doesn't get anything free, but wow,
この
plus
下段
14 is
ノー
a
マルヒ
lot.
ットはプラスマイナス0ですけど、カウンターヒットするとプラス14フレーム取れるので、ここからまたこういった2択が
8 more months and a very
counter
inappropriate
eight.
joke
プラス
will be
14
made.
です。
Oh.
Nah, just
So
kidding.
on hit,
Lil
on normal
Majin
hits,
like
it's
Ruben.
basically
Keep
zero,
for the children.
plus or minus 0. But if you can counter hit them with
Thank you,
that,
Ferrata.
you'll have plus 14 frames.
はい。なんでアンナを使う人はしゃがみからの2択をどうやって
Said
展
I'm
開作
like
るかっていうのが結構
Wu-Tang.
重要になってきます。
So if you want to play Anna effectively,
See, I don't even know
you're
anything
going to be
about
making
them,
a lot of use of
honestly.
these, from crouching mix-ups.
この辺も
Okay, so they
結
got
構
the
コンボ
little developer
簡単にこれ
combos.
カウンター
Okay,
としたら
okay.
RP 連打して RP、LP、RP ってやると50ダメージとか取れますね。
So it's pretty easy. You can do mostly jamming on RP.
Yeah, I'm sure people are gonna
sometimes in the
get
middle of that RP, LP,
Probably 60
RP,
or 70,
to do
most likely.
50 some damage. So for beginners, it's quite easy.
はい、続いて、新
How
構え
can I be so
ハンマーチャ
optimistic
ンス
about
で
a
すね
game that keeps
前と
losing
LK
its identity?
こういう
So for hammer chance, you can go directly
Well,
into the
I'm only
stance being,
optimistic because
by inputting forward and left kick
A
at
lot
the
of
same
people
time.
are playing this
はい、
game
こち
compared
ら
to
はですね
previous Tekkens.
ハンマーチャンス
And I
LP で
understand that they are
発生の速い
trying to
上段ヒート
make
発動技
Tekken
があります
From hammer chance,
Like,
if you
really
push left punch, you get that
stand
kind of
out
fast activating
big fighting game. Like the
move
biggest
that you
Tekken ever.
engage
That's
on
what
hit.
they are aiming for.
で、
And we know who they need to appeal to make that happen, right?
RP だったり
Because we know the
両パンチで
competitors
こう
are going to
技させてもいい
compete no matter
作れる
what.
技が出せます
Also, if you want to go
Whether
for
it's-
damage, transition to the stance and then
Whether
doing
it's the
RP,
old guys,
LP,
the old guard, or
gives
the
you
new
some nice
guys.
damage there. Or there's
People
both
are always
punches
gonna
move,
compete in this
that
game.
stance.
So that audience isn't who they're catering to.
ガードさせてい
So
るので
we're gonna have
削
to
りダメージ
hold
が取
that.
れる
Wow, that's a
You
lot
can,
of chip
use that
damage.
option to get plus frames on
Bro.
block, and also doing a little bit of chip damage there.
はいでさらに
That was
下段
plus
も
6?
下段はハンマーチャンス中のLK かな LK で下段が
There's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
a left kick option from the hammer chance that's low
That's
attack.
just what I think. They're definitely trying to get
これもしゃがみになったり
the
するの
casual
で
players
ここからもしゃがみ2択に行けますよ
And you can also
really,
choose to go
really
from
buy this
crouching
game
mix-ups from
and
there, 'cause
play
you
this
can
game.
return to crouching.
ただノーマルヒットマイナス
Now,
3
as far as
フレームなので
longevity,
カウンターとかから行ったりするといいかもしれないです
you
ね
know,
That said, it is minus 3
I don't
on
think they
normal
care
hit,
too much
so
about
everyone
that.
wants
They
the
want
counters,
that purchase.
to press your advantage.
Yeah, once they get that
はい以上が2
$70
択
bucks,
の
they
紹
they
介と
buy
ハン
those
マーチャ
season
ンスから
passes, they buy those characters, they're good.
And that's the some of the mix-ups and some of her moves available from the hammer chance stance.
はい続いてですね
That's not true, Superior. The current, like I said, it doesn't matter who the competitors are. They're gonna play the game
あとこれハ
regardless.
ンマーチャンスから
So no, it's not gonna be like a,
と入力するとヒット時に
you know, Arslan
新
Ash
しい
is gonna
プレ
quit
ジャ
or
ータイム
something. Nah, he's gonna keep playing.
これ
Knee's gonna keep
ま
playing.
ずこの重火器ラブリとも勝
Most
つ
of the
モーションを
current
取ります
players are gonna keep playing, but you're gonna have
There's
more.
You're
gonna have more
stance
players
actually she
playing
has
now
if you go
that are
into
getting
hammer
good
chance to right punch
and trying to be
called
a
pleasure
great
time
tournament
in
player, a
Japanese.
pro or
Sorry, I don't
whatever.
have the English correct in front of me. But you can notice she takes it out, the weapon out, Lovely Tom, as a bazooka.
Lovely
でまあ
Tom.
このプレジャータイム中 RP で
Jeez.
貫通弾が撃てて、
61 damage?
You can choose to have a piercing ammo.
LP で、この炸裂弾っていうか、相手にデバフ効果を付与する
Two different
弾が出
bazookas.
ます。
Or with left punch, you can.
Wow.
It has a debuff effect on hit of your
はい。
opponent. これ
Bro, that's crazy.
そうです。
ガードでも
ガードでも。
Even on block.
That is crazy. Even on block.
で
Okay.
こう衰弱状態になるとキャラクターにちょっと今弱ってますよっていう
Everything is
エ
so
フェクトだったり
Aesthetic
キャラ
now.
ク
You
ター
see
の
that? It's like
ハッドですねキャラクターアイコンにも
you're in the status
今
effect.
衰弱状態ですよ
I thought it was poison at first.
はい
That would have been too
経
cheap.
験初のデバフ効果がついて
First time we've done this in Tekken, but you can see the effect was on the character, kind of a rough, the purple outline. And then if you look at the character icon on the top right of the screen, you'll also see this notifies of being in that debuff state.
はいでこの衰弱状態って一体何なのかっていうと
Poison missile, so
Oh,
she
What
can
is it?
choose.
Okay, let's talk about it.
どんな攻撃を
The why,
ガ
yeah, I
ード
know,
しても
right?
削りダメージを受けてしまう相手側がですね
So
Yeah, that's crazy.
in that
Say
state,
purple
your opponent
rain.
will take chip damage from any attack, not just the ones normally set to do that.
こんな感じで相手の体力見てほしいんですけど
Look at the
That's cheap.
life gauge on the top right.
アンナがヒートでもないのに削りダメージが入っていると
So Anna's not in the heat state, but you can see the recoverable gauge being
That
induced.
is really cheap.
はい、でこれどうやって、解除するかっていうのをお見
Why?
せします。
Why
So
did she need
if you're the
that?
opponent, how do you remedy that?
When she's doing that kind of damage regularly.
失礼。
And that string was all chip damage too.
と
If they were to block those bazooka hits, that was chip damage.
ちょっと待ってくださいね。
So how much does it
Hold
do
on a
if
second.
you're in that
He's trying to-
status effect?
Get it set up correctly.
Because it did a lot of chip damage with no status effect. Like, how much does it do with the status effect? That's crazy. Yeah, she did a 3-hit
こ
combo
んな感じでデバ
that
フ
was
状態に
plus
な
on
ったら
block. Mid
So
or
now when the
something. That's
opponent is
crazy.
in the debuff state,
アンナに攻撃をヒ
If
ット
this
させる
debuff
と
was
デ
in an
バ
older
フが
game,
解
it
除
would
されま
probably be
す。
from one move.
if the opponent attacks Anna,
こんな感じで
then the effect is removed. ブロックじゃなくて、
当てなきゃいけないですね。
So not on block, you have to actually hit her.
Yeah, look at all that chip damage.
はいなので、アンナは
She
相手
didn't
をデ
even
バ
do
フ
the
状
third
態
hit.
にし
That
た
looked
ら
like
相手がジャブ
10,
だったり、
15 points of damage.
そのローキックみたいな小技で、きっと解除
Well, I
して
know
くれ
you
るという
guys,
こと
if
で
you
そ
saw
こで
this
手玉
already,
に
you were probably
取って
really upset,
下段
right?
はカウスジャッジメントで、逆にいなしたり、ジャブを読んで、
What a tilt.
いろんな自分が得意な展開を作ったりっていうのが、この衰弱状態の、駆け引きになります。
So what happens is when you have your opponent in the debuff state, you know that they're going to try to remove that
Appreciate your
state by doing
pizza
quick
mama.
attacks. If that's a low,
Thank you
then
with
you
the
can go into
primary sub.
Chaos
I
Judgment.
appreciate you, pizza
If you think
mama.
you're going to do a jab, then you
Yeah,
have other
yeah, I'm
options
trying to
that you would
remain
do, from
optimistic. I'm
crouching,
seeing some
etc.
cheap
はい、
stuff
で、こ
though.
こ
Anna?
にプラクティスにもこのデバフ状態を作る機能があるんで、これで試してみて
And there's an option in practice to set this on the debuff state, so you can practice different setups.
They're not doing that bazooka move
これ
and
はアンナの
string while
かなり
she
特
has
徴
the
的な
status effect, the debuff.
専用の状態となってます。
They're not doing that string. I want to see them do that.
このデバフが、アンナしか今持ってない、専用の、状態異常効果になります。
Maybe every character
And
would be
so this
broken.
actual mechanic is
Possibly.
something unique to Anna, so none of the other characters.
I'm
have it.
looking through them now, Necros.
はい、次にじゃあヒートの説明しますね。
So next, let's go into the heat description.
はい、
Yeah,
ヒ
I've
ー
been
ト
doing
中
some
の
real
強化
life
要素が
stuff.
3つありまして、
I
1
just
つが
got back
ヒート中のみ
and-
使用できる技によって、
Yeah.
相手を先ほど説明した
This
衰
is-
弱状態にしやすく
One heck of a welcoming.
So one of the aspects
Bro.
of Anna when she's in the heat state is it's easier to inflict that debuff effect on your opponent.
これですね、この
Huh? What did you just say?
QLKLP
The aspects of Anna when she's in the heat state is it's easier to inflict that debuff effect on your opponent.
これですね。
It's easier to inflict that debuff. Okay, okay, that's great to hear.
QLKLP
So up forward, left kick
Why should that be easy to
left
inflict?
punch.
はい、これを、まあ、
What are you talking about, my
すぐに
brother?
デバフ状態にできるので、まあ、これがかなり強い。
So if you can touch your opponent with it, then you can apply that debuff effect to them.
はい、攻撃の発生遅いんですけど、ガードされても有利な状況で、
Bro,
プ
that's a
ラ
lot
ス
of
4フレー
chip
ムなの
damage
で、
for 2 hits.
ここから
Look at
ま
that.
たパストで攻めたりできますね。
It's slow, but it's +4 on block, so you can continue your offense.
I bet you can't duck that
はい、
bazooka,
でもう
right?
一つが、
She
まあ、
doesn't
ラ
have
ブリー
a
トムに
mid
パワ
follow up,
ー
right?
アップして攻撃力アップします。
Another is more powered up attacks using Lovely Tom, where the damage increases.
はい、ちょっとこれはヒートじゃない状態から見せますね、まず。
So start off from not heat, so you can have a comparison.
はい、前 LKRP って、まあ、スラッシュコマンドで出る技ですね。これが普段ヒートじゃない時に出せる。
So for example, the slash kick with a left kick
What?
and then right punch following
What
it.
kind of damage is
That's
that?
the normal attack for
That
her.
was
これ
38.
がヒートにな
Oh,
ると
they had counter hit? Wait.
出せる。
So for example, the slash kick
Okay,
with
it's
a
a
left
counter
kick
hit, but that's
and then
still a
right
lot.
punch
It's
following it.
probably still 30
That's the normal
something.
attack for her.
これがヒートになると
And during heat,
打つ球の数が増えます。
the number of shots
Yo, what?
increases.
でダメージちょっと見てほしいんですけど、かなり。
ニーナ
Why?
に近い感じの銃攻撃が
あ、そうですね。ニーナと同じく
64
球の打つ数が増えま
So
す
you。can see, like her sister, her attacks
Bro, the
from
low
firearm
slide is 16
increase during the
frames.
heat state.
はい、
You
これ
can't
し
see
か
that.
もガードされても特に反撃がないので非常に扱いや
Yo,
すいで
that
す。
yo.
But when blocked, there's no
This gotta be like an April Fool's
opponent,
joke, right?
punishes or anything, so you're okay with that.
Negative 1 on block.
チャット欄がうわー、オーマイガードって言ってるけど、でもこれヒット強化中だからね。
あんまり
Wall
ヒットじ
crush?
ゃない
I wish they would
あとまあ横に
delete
そんな
that.
強くないので。
So, you know, obviously it is
Look at all
during
that
the
chip
heat state,
damage.
so people are freaking out in chat, you know, please keep that in mind. And Nakatsu mentioned it is a bit weak to sidestepping as well. So we have options.
What do you say?
Bit weak. So people are freaking out in chat, you know, please keep that in mind. And Nakatsu mentioned it is a bit weak to sidestepping as well. So 言ってるけど、でもこれヒット強化中だからね。
あんまりヒット時のみです。あとまあ横にそんな強くないので。
So, you know, obviously it is during the heat state, so people are freaking out in chat, you know, please keep that in mind. And Nakatsu mentioned it is a
Bro, what you mean that's I was already flabbergasted at the move doing 38 damage without heat. Then what, you add another 30? With heat?
bit weak to
Let me
sidestep.
see. What
あとまあ
how
横
much
に
heat
そん
did
な
this
強くない。
use?
So, you know, obviously it is
Wow,
during
she
the
could
heat
do it
state, so
twice.
people are freaking out in chat, you know, please keep that in mind. And Nakatsu
Wow, so if
mentioned
you're by the wall,
it is
then
a bit
it's-
weak to sidestepping as well.
It's
So,
just a crazy
we have
mix-up
options.
situation
は
where
い
you're
で
gonna
三つ
want
目
to
のヒッ
duck
ト
and then
中
she
の
just
強化要素と
just
しては
safe mid
ミスも
wall
ある
splat.
あれの
なんでしょう
ゲラン攻撃って、
はい。
ゲランパリできる。
Yeah, that's
この
crazy.
スライディング。
あ、そう
So it's not
これは
that
できる
great.
と思います。
Well,
Also,
they
you
say
can
you can
look at
sidestep it.
obviously.
I hope they are not lying.
はい、あとはですね、アンナの、コンセプト
That
で
is
二択
crazy,
能力で
Chad.
すね。
That's yeah, that's
強
over
力になって
30 your
相手
life
の
bar.
ガード、崩す能力が、まあ、上がります。二択は強力になるって感じですね。
Bro, that
So she has better
they hurt more
mix-up
than
options during heat as well. to open
everyone's
up
low
the-
heat
例えば
smash.、
まあ、このコールドブレード、これが強力になりますね。
For example,
Yeah,
a
nobody's
blade,
low hitting
that
heat smash
wall
does that
crouching
much
down
unless it's
forward
like a
right
wall
punch.
break or a floor
これ
break.
ちょっとカウンター後になってるんでオフにしますね。
Yeah, turn the counter hit off. Let's see. How
普段
much
のコー
this?
ルドブレードが
Okay.
こう。
So that's the normal one.
で、ヒート中のコールドブレード、しゃがんだ状態で 3RPLP って入れる
Just
と
wait till
こ
what?
う二段攻撃になります。
And during the heat state, if you do input the move but then follow it up with the left punch, it's
Secondary
a two
heat
hit.
smashes.
例えばまあ、こう
The
い
normal
う
heat
ところから
moves,
コ
yeah, what?
ールドブレードやるとバックラッシュで避けられたりするときにこっちを出すと追いかけて下段をヒットさせることができて、
What?
まあ
Wait.
リーチも伸びるしダメージも
Sidestep 2 is a
ラッシュで避けられたりするときにこっちを出すと追いかけて
Oh, okay. That was the
下段
other.
をヒッ
Okay.
トさせ
I
るこ
thought
と
that
が
was
できて、まあ
sidestep
リ
2. I
ーチ
was
も
like,
伸び
no,
るし
no,
ダメージ
no.
も上がるといった、まあ、強力な技になります。
So for example, if your opponent tries to evade from with backdashes, you can actually follow them with that second hit, and it does a little bit of damage.
はい、で 当然その2択が強力になるっていうことで対になる中段の選択肢ですね。
Next up, we're going to look at
So,
mix-up options for mid.
That second hit's not going to come out on
で
block, right?
3LP ですねこれ。
So,
Okay, that move
while
is actually
crouching,
punishable.
Then you put 3LP.
3LP。
So down forward, left punch.
普段はこれヒート発動技ですね。
It's normally a heat engager.
Okay.
で、ヒート中になると、ヒートダッシュでこう追いかけて追撃ができるので。
So since it is a heat engager, during the heat state, you can choose to do the heat dash. 要はヒートのメカニクスを使ってヒートダッシュするということですね。
そうです。なの
Oh,
で、
forward 3,
中段も
2.
下段も非常に
Looks
強
like a
力な
new
2択を
spike
か
there.
けれるようになると。
What up, Blaze Effect? How you doing, bro?
So you can follow up your mid attacks to chase down your opponent.
Execution errors from the developers. They are struggling to
な
get
ので
these
下段を
combos.
攻めたり、
So you can hit them with low attacks, or then if they're just crouching, then you can choose to follow up with the mid.
Okay,
And-
well that move, at least that move is
狙える
possible
よっ
on
ていうところ
block.
で、2択能力がアップします。
But if she
So
does
she
the,
gets a little
the
bit
heat
better
dash, then it's
with her
plus 5.
mix-ups during the heat state.
はい、こんな感じです。
Yeah, that didn't do too much damage.
So yeah, that's what it looks like.
The real anime is gonna figure it out.
はい、じゃあ最後に、ヒートスマッシュの
How's everything
特徴
going?
を
We're
紹
good.
介し
We're
ます。
chilling, bro.
Next, about the heat smash.
これちょっとステージを変えますね。
Yeah, Mr. Elegantly. Yeah,
So
Anna.
let's
That's
change
what
the
she's
stage
always
real
been
quickly.
about, like 50-50s from crouch.
ここがいいかな。
Yeah, no different with this. It's just that they added more. At first, it was just the cat stance mix up and the full crouch mix up, but now it's the cat stance, the full crouch, the new stance where she does this and the bazooka
で、
stance
ちょっ
and
とヒート
yeah,
スマッシュ特徴的な
Debuffs
ところを紹介しますと、ちょっと一旦
bro.
ハードウォール
Running slide,
ところに持っていきます。
So now he's
bro.
just setting up the stage with hard wall break to show off some things.
41 months.
アンナのヒットスマッシュ、
What?
こちら、
That was a-
From
What was that?
Air with Love っていう名前なんですけど、
Hey, yo, thank you, Elder Godfist. 41 months with us. Season 2 King looking busted. We will see. We will see
ハ
about
ードウ
that.
ォールブレイクのところ
I
に
haven't got to it yet. Let me see here.
So now he's just setting up the stage with hard wall break to show off some things.
アンナの
Oh,
ヒット
that's
スマッシ
her
ュ
heat
こち
smash.
ら、From Air with Love っていう名前なんです
How
けど、
fast was that? That looked real fast.
ハードウォールブレイクのところに持っていきます。
So now he's just setting up the stage with hard wall break to show off some things.
13 frames? Are you,
Wall
bro?
break.
Hold up. Oh my goodness. And it looks like she's ducking too. So if you're trying to do a jab or something, look at that. She is ducking. Wow, I bet that high crushes. Or high jab evades one. It does one or the other. I know I'm not looking at this animation and tripping. I know I'm not tripping. This is a high crush 13 frame mid heat smash that wall breaks. And it does 51 damage. Maybe no, it's not. The wall actually breaking doesn't do extra. Yeah, that's straight up. Wow, that's so much damage to be so fast. Bro, that's
こち
crazy.
ら、From Air with Love っていう名前なんですけど、13フレームの中段攻撃で
That's a lot.
しゃがみステータスが付与されてます。
So the heat smash is a 13 frame startup and あれ13フレームで
Wow,
発生13の中段攻撃でしゃがみステータスが出
Mid
why is it
始めにある
13?
with crouch status.
で、
Oh, it does
見て
the
もらった
debuff
通り、
too.
まあ、ウォールブレイクやウォ
Wait,
ー
he-
ルブラスト
Yo, these people are crazy. Yo, these people are crazy. Michael Murray. Yo. Yo, I like Michael Murray. This man says it with his chest. This man said, yes, it is 13 frames. Yes, crouch status. Y'all hear that?
見ても
Bro.
らった通り、まあ、ウォールブレイクやウォールブラストを誘発可能になっています。
And it induces wall splat.
はい、ハード
Wait, I gotta go back to hear that again.
が付与されています。13フレームの中断
Bro,
攻
that's
撃で
that's actually
しゃが
funny.
みステータスが付与されています。
So he smashes a 13 frame startup and あれ13フレームで
発生13の中断攻撃でしゃがみステータスが出始めになります。
with crouch status.
で、見ても
He's even laughing when he's saying this stuff. This Yo, look at this. Okay. That's funny.
ら
This
った
man.
通り、まあ、ウォールブレイクやウォールブラス
So
ト
it
を
does
誘発
everything
可能にな
then.
っています。
And it induces wall splat.
はい、ハードウォールブレイクであっても一発で壊
Yo,
せる。
y'all see that?
So even if it's a hard
He had to look over to his left, and it's the director, I believe. Yeah. After he said that it's a mid, and he told him crouch status too, and then that's when he started laughing. That was funny.
hard wall break,
That was
she
funny.
can break the wall with one hit.
Yeah, that pause was everything I needed to
先
see.
ほど紹介した衰弱状態、デバフ状態にするっていう効果もついてます。
Thank you for the 100 bits, Mr. 10 bits. Yo, thank you, bro.
はい。で、まあ、ハンマーチャンスだったり、
Oh, she could do it from the stance too.
あ、そっか。
プレイジャー
そういうようになったと。
はい、シーズン2で一部のキャラが持っている構えからヒートスマッシュっていうものが出せるので、このハンマーチャンスから出したり、このプレジャータイムから狙うことができます。
And since in season 2, characters can now perform the heat smash during their
あ、
stances.
ごめんなさい、僕間違えました。
No,
ハンマーチャンスからは出せて、
that was not.
Anna can
Good.
do the heat smash during the hammer
あと
chance.
カオスジャッジメント中も出せます。
Bro,
Also, during
from
the
both
chaos
stances?
ただし、
chaos judgment.
プレジャータイムから
Okay, Chad. I do not like that at all. Yeah, why do we have heat smashes and stances? That's not it's not supposed to be something. Okay, supposed to be sounds a little entitled on my end. Okay, let me rephrase that a little bit. It would be better gameplay wise if you just had to do the move raw. That way it would tone down the mix up from these stances just a little bit. But since you can do it from your stance now, that just means that the low option or the high plus on block situation is just going to be free. Because who's going to be crazy enough to duck and eat all that and then get debuffed too? That's
これは
crazy.
ちょっと出せないようになってます。
But not during the pleasure time. Sorry, I don't know if that's the English name or not.
ここからは出せないです。
出せないんだ。
ここから出せないです。ちょっと構えてるんで。
That is
Because
crazy.
she's, kneeling down with the bazooka and readying to
ここか
fire.
ら出せ
So,
ないです。
you can't perform a heat smash on that move. まあでもそうなんだらドーンって出すね。
Business as
で、
usual,
ま
bro.
あこれ
This is
何が強い
crazy.
かっていうと、しゃがみステータスがついているので、例えば相手のジャブを
Yo, Jack with the
読んで
rejoin. Thank you,
出すと
Jack. How you doing,
う
brother?
まく当てることができます。
ヒートスマッシュ
はい。例えば、
デバフ効果で解除したい、ジャブ出したいって言って
例えばここで、普段だったらジャブで割り込まれちゃってこの RK はカウンター取れるんですけど、これアッパーストガードさせた後にこんな感じで
Since it
That
has
is
that
crazy, guys.
crouching status, obviously, when opponents trying to interrupt your
Maybe it's
string,
linear.
a jab,
アッパースト前でハンマーチャンスに行ってここでヒートスマッシュ打つとしゃがみステータスで相手
Bro,
のジ
they
ャブ
are
を打ったり
showing you.
you can
They are straight up showing you. Look, if you try to jab her, she does that. It goes under the jab. Yay!
And go into the hammer chance from the uppercut
Oh man.
straight, the cross straight into hammer chance, and then do the heat smash to go under the jab.
まあこんな感じで使うことができるので、
That was a lot
か
of
なり
damage
ヒートス
before
マッ
he
シュは
dropped the
使い
combo.
やすくて、強力なので、まあ、アンナは使う方はぜひヒートスマッシュで、まあ、いろんなところからデバフを狙ったり、しゃがみステータスを駆使
My
して、
friends.
技を振っていくと、まあ、結構、うまく決まるんじゃない
You
か
know,
なと。
Michael Murray, he usually
So
says some
Anna's
crazy
heat
stuff.
smash is quite useful. Also, the various different tools she
But
has
even
from
he
crouching
knows
stance
this stuff is
and the crouch
crazy.
status moves.
That's why he's
might
that's why
give
he's
you
taking so
some,
many
ideas
pauses
of,
before he
what to try when you
showcases
pick up
this
the character.
craziness.
逆にじゃあ弱点は
That man said it's a mid 13 frame heat smash that
まあ、ジャス
すげえ強そうに見えるみたいな。
基本的には、切り返し
also
が
crouch
あまり
status.
強くな
Then
い
he started laughing.
あと確定反撃もそんなに強
Yo,
くない
they can't be serious,
相手
but
が
I
ま
know
あ
they are. They
自
are
分がディフェンシブ
100%
なスタイ
serious.
ルは非常に向いてないので、守りに、特化して立ち回ろうとすると弱いです、ね。
Yo, what up,
So,
Poshi?
what I was asking.
Now people are
she
not.
seems quite
I
strong
mean,
from what
I don't
we've
want to
been,
be
talking about so
one of the
far.
people
What's
not
her
happy, but
weaknesses?
geez,
And
this
the fact
Anna
that it's
stuff.
mentioned that not many like low risk pokes from the low attacks, and then also not a good variety of punishers that many characters have, and also not very suited to defensive players. So if that's your thing, this is not a character that suits your style, perhaps.
はい。まあ、というか、まあ、その
Wow, that was
あとは
super
まあローリスク
slow.
な攻め手が少ないっていうのが
30
弱みですね。であとは、まあ、2択をかけるにはこの横移動だったり、
いちいちなんかステ
Yeah,
ップを
the
挟ま
new
なきゃいけ
挟ま
ない
なきゃいけないので、
And also, there's like one step added to the process when you want to mix up your opponent a lot of times because you have to go to the side and side step first, or to crouch first, or something like that.
はい、なんでアンナがなんか手出してきたなって思ってこうはまずい様子見しようってなると
Why does
逆
she
に
have
アンナ
a
も
15 frame
Oh,
standing
it's
launcher? What's
し
that?
たなと思ったら大体こういうことやってくるなっていう。
はい。
So,
まあ
yeah.
バレがちなんだよね
Your opponent, if they know Anna, then they can see things like a sidestep or a crouch and kind of have a good idea of what you're trying to do.
Oh, you must be talking about down forward too. I think they made her
じゃない
down
っていうのが
forward
ちょっと
too. 15 frames in Tekken 7,
そうですね。まあ
like
そんな
season
に強い
4.
角反は。
Also, not having very good punishment techniques is going to make it difficult.
はい。という感じでアンナをざらっと説明しました。
So that's an overview of Anna
Her
coming.
down forward 2 is 15
そうです
frames.
ね。1
Yeah,
週
I think
間
it
後
was
に
like that in Tekken 7
使えるよう
at
にな
the
るの
end.
で、まあ、ちょっとまあ自分が紹介したのを参考にしつつも、まあ、プラクティスにもいろいろ使い方はここに入ってますんで。
So hopefully that'll give you a few ideas to check out when you pick up the character next week. Like all the other characters, look into the move list for some tips as well.
毒状態と
はい。
ヒートの傷かぶるかチェックして
Yeah, I already know you
そう
can't
です
duck
ね。ちょっ
that.
と自分もそれ見てきてなかったので、まあ、こんな感じで。
Okay, yeah, down forward 2 is, yeah, 15. Sure, still minus 12.
かかってたような気がするけど、ちょっと今
That's
正
whatever.
確じゃないんで
That's whatever.
伝えなくてごめんなさい。
Yeah, them stances and that debuff is
はい、という
crazy.
感
That
じ
heat
で
smash
配
is
信され
crazy.
たらいろいろ参考に
Oh,
し
she
つ
got the
つ
same
遊んで
power
ください
crush. Okay.
Yep. So we hope that we've given you guys a few ideas for when she's released next week.
じゃあ一旦スライドの方に
はい
押してもらいましょうか。はい、アンナの話を。
Okay. What you guys think about Anna? Yeah, boy, that slide, the chip. So it's the slide doing 30 damage, 38 on counter hit, and 64 with heat. And it not being a heat smash, she could just do it twice to use the heat meter. That's crazy. That's one thing. Then you got the debuff that's easy to do and more chip damage. Then you got the bazooka stuff. Lots of chip damage, safe on block, plus on block. That is crazy. And then the one weakness that she's always had in every Tekken was that she couldn't punish good worth nothing. But looks like she can now. she got a string into a stance with a 50-50. Yeah, boy. And if she's got heat activated, you better not try to do a high attack, because it crushes highs, as Michael Murray confirmed with a smile on his face. With a smile on his face, bro. That is funny stuff. But other than that, it didn't seem like she was like season 1 dragging off. But that slide though,
続いて
like
続いて
皆さん
they, I don't know how they let that slide
バ
past
ランス調整のお話です。
まあ
the
これも
development
全部
phase.
は話さないけどね、全部話す。
これは全部はなかなか難しいんで。
64 damage.
はい。
Yo, look, hold on. Let me go back to this. Where was that
あ
slide
の
at?
ね、ネタバレし
ちょっと見てほしいんですけど、かなり
Look at that.
にね
減りますね。
number of shots increases.
でダメージちょっと見てほしいんですけど、
Do y'all remember King's heat smash used to do this much damage? And he used all his heat, right? This is from a low, a sliding low. So you already know what do slides usually do, guys? They crush highs, right? She's so low to the ground, it looks like she can possibly even crush mids. Let's slow this down. Oh yeah. Regular down forward ones and like launchers, hop kicks. Yeah, she's going under all that just based off of looking at that. Yeah, she's down there. Yeah, you're not hitting her out of that. Unless you're doing a low or something. Or a big ground scraping mid. Then it's actually safe on block because of the heat. That is insane to me. Yeah, it's like they nerfed something from a different character and then turn around and give it to the new character.
みんなと同じく弾の撃つ数
Oh,
が
King's Heat
You can
Smash
see,
was
like,
too
her
much
sister,
damage. It was 64
her
damage.
attacks
Let's
from the
nerf it.
firearm increased
Okay, Anna,
during
let's
heat
give her
state.
something 64
はい、これ
damage
しか
from a
も
low. Oh, that's
ガード
great.
されても特に反撃がないので
That
非
makes
常に
perfect
扱いや
sense,
すい
right,
です
chat?
But when blocked, there's no opponent.
But
punishes
that's
or
not
anything,
just
so
a
you're
Tekken
okay with
thing,
that.
though. See, since I played multiple fighting games, I'm used to this. I just wait on it to happen because we know it's going to happen. As long as they are upgrading, thank God that they are. I'm glad that they keep updating the game. Because, man, them old fighting games, once the game came out, that's what you got. You had to hold that the entirety of that game's lifespan. I'm glad Tekken is updating. Even though the updates, you know, we have this here.
結構
But I know the animes are
チャッ
happy.
ト欄
Yeah,
で
this right here,
Oh
look at
my
that.
God って言ってるけど、
Plus
これ
on
ヒット
block.
強化中だからね。
あんまヒット時の
But if she
あと
hits
まあ
you
横
with
に
it,
そんな強くないので
you probably
So,
die,
obviously
right?
it is during
It's
the
probably
heat
a
state,
wall
so
splat.
people freaking out in chat. Please keep that in mind. And Nakatsu mentioned it is a
64
bit weak
damage,
besides
and
Tekken
then
as
you
well.
catch the
So
wall combo.
we have options.
I know there was counter hit, so it's
はい
still
で
gonna be
3つ目のヒッ
60.
ト中の強化要素としては、
ミスもある。あれの
なんでしょう
ゲラン攻撃って、
はい、
Okay,
Okay,
but
don't
yeah,
punish
that's
このスライディン
That
グ
was like the
これは
biggest
できると思います。
also you can low pair that,
concerns, I would
obviously.
say. It's not a
Nice.
gripe yet, just a concern. I don't know what all this character can do. They
あ
haven't
とは
shown
です
us
ね
everything,
アンナ
but
の、コンセ
yeah,
プ
that
ト
bazooka
二択能力
mix
です
up,
ねが強力になって
easy
相手の
debuff,
ガード、
and the
崩
chip
す
damage she
能
does
力が
without the
上がります
debuff
二択が
with
強
those
力になって
bazookas, and they
And
safe.
so she has
That's
better
crazy.
mix-up options during heat as
Alright, so
well
what else
to
did they
open up opponents.
showcase
例え
here?
ば、まあ、このこう
データが配信される直前に公開してます。
といつも通りですね。
これあえてそうしてます。
So people are going to be talking about give us the patch notes,
Okay,
etc.
yeah,
But
Anna's
as
first, we
usual,
know,
we
we
release
know.
those when people can
What's this?
actually
面で一個一個紹介していきたいと思います。
じゃあ切り替えお願いします。
starting off in practice. We're
Ban
going
the
to go into the
strategic
details.
options, okay?
はい、プラクティスで一個一個ちょっと説明する前に、
Yeah,
ちょっとプラ
I
クティ
saw
ス
that
自体
earlier,
も機能追加改善を行ってます。
ね
はい、リスタートセッティングに、
Obviously, they don't
こ
play
の
the
プラクティ
game.
スステージってものが追加されてます。
So, and before that, we've actually made a
that's
few
new. That's
improvements
good.
to practice. So there is a new practice stage setting, the stage reset.
これ何かっていうと、リスタートすると、コンボチャレンジだったりコマンド再生でおなじみのステージに移動できて、これ500メートルぐらいあるんですけど、かなり広いステージで練習ができるようになってます。
およそ
That's a cool addition.
はい。
So it's essentially
this new
an
stage
infinite
is about
stage.
500 meters, which allows you to practice a variety of different combos, etc. In case you don't know, that's basically 4 times the size.
Oh,
of
the
the
quick
biggest stage we've had
loading.
so
I like
far.
that.
はい、でわざわざちょっと
Bro, if that was
プラク
Tekken
ティスステー
7,
ジ
that
だ
would
け
have
呼び出すの
taken
めん
like
どくさい
10
な
whole
って人向け
seconds.
にタッチパッドと上を押すと、このプラクティス専用ステージにリスタートできるようになってます。
And if it's a pain in the butt to go into the options and change that, you can just push the touchpad and up on the directional buttons at the same time to.
Oh,
get
that's
the
dope.
access.
タッチパッドと上で移動で
That's like a quality of life buff.
横とか押すと、いつも通り壁際に行けたりとか。
And then touchpad and left on directional button gives you a position right near the wall, etc.
はい、あとはですね、細かいんですけど反撃設定
Okay,
に
so here we go.
ですね、今までなかった、ガードだったりしゃがみガードだったり下段さばきだったり
low parry.
相手の行動にダッシュとかバックダッシュとかこういうの設定できるようになってます。
横移動とかね。
はい。
And so for your opponent's counterattacks, you can select from now standing guard, crouching guard, backdash, forward dash, sidestep, low parries.
Making the practice mode even better. That's dope.
こんな感じで、はい。
Like that?
あとは相手の行動に、
That's cool.
この受け身後の行動を設定できるようになって
Get
た
to
り
practice your offense a lot
You can
better.
also now select
Oh, that's new.
what your opponent
Action
will do
after
after
Ukemi.
Ukemi.
Okay, that's
この辺ですか
yo.
ね。
That was like the final
左
piece
横移動、右横移動、
to the puzzle,
左歩き
right?
右横歩きなバックダッシュ
of
などの
Tekken's
項目が
practice
追加
mode.
さ
We
れてます。
finally
So
got that.
backdash, left and right, sidestep, and sidewalk, various different options.
はい、
And
な
you
んで
can
有
actually
利を
set
取
it
って
to
から
what you
3LP
want.
出してみるって
with
言
the
った連
punish
携
here.
を
That's
やった時に
great.
ど
That's
う
a
い
great
う展開が
addition.
作れ
That's
るか
great.
とか読み合いになるかが調べやすくなってますね。
So, for example, you can try to
We can
get
really
a frame
laugh.
advantage and then follow up with the left uppercut to see, and then use these different options to
Because
see
that's
how
going to
that
help
plays out
with
when your
your
opponent does different
offense, right? When you
actions.
knock someone down, you can
はい、じゃあ、
set exactly
大き
what
な
the
バトル
opponent's
シ
going
ス
to
テ
try
ム
to
の変
mash out
更
and
点
do.
について説明し
Wake
ま
up,
す。
rage art,
So
wake
now let's
up,
go into some of the battle adjustments.
armor moves or
はい、こ
whatever,
れは
while
ですね、
standing
ちょ
forward,
っと
whatever,
コード
down
のバラ
jab.
ンスを見直したり、ちょっと強力すぎ
You
た
can get your stuff
攻めの
frame
二
tight.
択の緩和っていう意味で、
That's
気合
really
ダメの
good.
性能
That's a
変更
huge addition.
And to alleviate some of the 50-50 mix-ups that were a bit overbearing,
Okay, here we
we
go.
changed the spec of the key charge.
はい、今までは気合ダメした後
Okay, let's hear that again.
Alleviate some of the 50.
意味で、気合ダメの性能変更を行ってます。
And to alleviate some of the 50-50 mix-ups that were a bit overbearing, we changed the spec of the key charge.
My friends, it's okay. So, how do you say that about a key charge that you never ever see in high level competitive play? You don't even see it in like intermediate level. You don't even see key charges hardly ever. And he said the 50-50s were too strong from a key charge, but not these characters with these stances with heat smashes now that they added. Thank you. And all these other 50-50s from heat engagers and stuff like that. But this man said key charge. Let's hear that again.
Battle adjustments.
はい、これはですね、ちょっと変わっていう意味で、気合ダメの性能変更を行ってます。
And to alleviate some of the 50-50 mix-ups that were a bit overbearing, we changed the spec of the
Overbearing 50-50s. We need to eliminate them from the key charge. All right, all right.
key charge.
はい、今までは気合ダメした後に、
So
気合ダメの性能変更を行ってます。 攻撃が出るとカウンターだったんですけども、カウンター効果が、削除
Well,
さ
they
れて
did
い
a
ま
lot of
す。
damage.
So for those who've been with the series for a while, you know when you key charge before, your first hit would be attributed as a
Oh,
counter
they
hit.
took away the counter hit. That's
な
right.
ので、
Yeah.
カウンターで調べたいときにはこのカウンターヒッ
I
トオ
got
ンにして
questions.
もらうと、今まで通り、カウンターで
So if you're someone like me, who
Wait a
likes to do
minute.
that to check out counter hit
Yo, look at
option.
that.
カウンターヒットオンにして、なので、カウン
That
タ
damage
ー
was.
で調べたい
I'm
と
gonna
き
just let it. I'm gonna let it rock.
Options.
I'm gonna let it rock.
Now you'll have to go into
It
the
hurts more from the
menu
key
itself
charge
and
than it does on
select,
counter hit.
counter hit from the property.
はい、なんで今までカットローカウンターからこの RK が連続ヒットだったのが気合
No,
ダ
it
メで
looks
は
about the same.
こんな感じでガードできるようになっているので、コンボを決めた後に置き攻めで気合ダメをして、強力な2タックを仕掛けるっていったような、一部のキャラでできていたような、ちょっと、なかなか攻めが強すぎたっていうところで気合ダメに変更が入っています。
And as you saw with what Nakatsu was just doing with that counter, with Hwang and some other characters, they had very strong options. Like with Hwang, you just saw it continued to hit on that first hit. So it was a very strong strategy to do a key charge when your opponent was down. As a okizeme when they get.
Bro, that's. Wait a minute, Murray. Let me cut you off. If you were playing against someone, and let's say you're in a combo, then they hit you with the tornado. While you're seeing your character spin, you see your opponent doing a key charge. What do most of you guys do when you see the opponent key charging while your character is mid tornado spin? What do? What's the best option? What do you guys do? Let me see. Let me see something. Okay. Okay. So I'm seeing all you guys in the chat saying you're saying exactly what I thought, and you're right. Why on earth would you get back up? Yo, that's counterplay right there, chat. That is counterplay. You stay on the ground and you eat the ground hitting low or the mid. In Harong's case, he'll hit you with the back three. It'll do a little bit more damage, Well, that was in previous games, but yeah. It'll do the counter hit damage, ground it, and then that's it. You get back up. It's time to fight again. That's actually good defensive option right there. That's a real good defensive option. It's just stay on the ground. The next hit is going to hurt less. Remember, he sacrificed the rest of his combo to do a key charge after the tornado. So you got more counterplay with this key charge the old way than you do with these 50-50s when you're blocking. And getting hit. Standing up. -20 after you get hit by something into a stance. That's a 50-50. You got less counterplay with that than a key charge. You see them key charge, you just stay on the ground and eat that one little lick, and that's it. But nah.
To hit them with stuff like this.
ただし気合ダメの
Them
攻め
folks
の効
said
果を残したかったので、
overbearing
初段のダメージ補正
50-50s
150%
from a
に
key
なってい
charge.
たり、相手
Nah,
が
if you tech
攻撃
roll and you see them key charging, that's on you, bro. Like that's really on you. That means you deserve to eat that counter hit mix up. You saw this man key charging, you gonna stand back up? When he's got a down back 4, he's got a down 4-4. That's just how wrong we're talking about. But there's plenty of other characters with counter hit low launchers and stuff. Yeah, that was on you if you stood back up. But it's also on the key charger to assume the risk of losing all that combo damage after the tornado, because usually it's one of two ways, right? They have to drop the combo to key charge, or else it'll be a free launcher on the, the key charger. But whatever.
ガードされた時に
So they
気合ダメが
they
解
just
除さ
took
れる
all
よう
that
な変更が
away.
入ってます。
But we didn't want it to have no positives to it. So the damage scaling was increased to 150 on that first hit after a key charge.
150.
はい、まずこれが気合ダメの性能変更になります。
Hit after a key charge.
Oh, it's actually one hit. It's literally one hit. You see the key charge is gone. before it used to stay until one of the players got hit, but now it's not. It's literally one hit at 100 and what do you say, 50%? Okay.
まずこれが気合ダメの性能変更になります。
And so that's the changes regarding key charge.
はい、続いて空中
So so that's the key charge. All right, so 150% damage. Man, I got questions. I got questions. Can you wait? Yo, thank you, Federer, with the resub, brother. Thank you, brother. Shout outs to Federer.
Federate, 2 shock, Federate, 2 shock, Dino dance, Dino dance, Dino dance.
Hey, I got questions about this. So if it's 150%, does that apply to like parries and throws?
So backdash, left and right, side step, and side would be attributed as a counter hit.
That could
For
be.
example, you can try to
Okay,
get a frame
okay.
advantage and then follow up with the left uppercut.
See, I was thinking that they
to see, and then use these different
destroyed
options to
your
see how that plays out when
creativity.
your
They
opponent does
did
different,
with
actions.
that, taking away the counter hits,
はい
but
じゃあ大きなバトル
It's not
システム
taken
の
away
変更点について
completely.
説明します
So now let's go into
It's
some
kind
of
of
the battle adjustments.
done differently
はい、
now.
これはですね、
So
ちょっと攻防のバランスを
150%.
見直したり、
I got
ちょっと
questions
強力すぎた、攻めの二択の緩和っていう意味で、
Can you block now? Since it's no longer counter hit state, can you block? Can the key charger block now? And it disappears after they block, obviously if they get hit. But it would make the most sense if you can block during key charge now. Just to hit your one big move. Whether it's on block or on hit. Does that mean that you can actually block? I got multiple questions about that. But if you get hit, is it the same thing like if you hit them, it's 150? Like if you get hit, do you lose 150% of that attack? Like if you can block, that would be huge. But if you can't block, okay. I get it. But the biggest question is, does it apply? Does that 150% apply to throws and parries? Like, if Asuka, rolls you up, does it do more damage? Because that could be pretty big. That could be really big. I really hope that's true. Like if I hit you with a blue spark Tijuana twister, is it gonna do 150% of 55 damage? Is it also gonna do the same thing considering like rage, rage mode? So Harang here was hitting with a down back four. It took a big
気合
chunk.
ダメの性能変更
So he's in rage mode. It's
And
gonna
to
take a
alleviate some
massive
of
chunk.
the
It's gonna
50-50
do like
mix-ups
this
that
much
were
right
a
here where
bit
the arrow is.
overbearing, we changed the spec of the key charge.
That could be really
今までは
useful.
気合ダメした後に
I know it's, comparing it to a freaking counter hit launcher, that's a massive loss.
So for those who've been with
But
the
if you
series for
can,
a
like,
while,
block,
when you key charge before,
Or
your
if it
first
applies
hit
to
would be,
throws and parries,
attributed as a counter hit.
that might be pretty
なので、
big.
カウンタ
Especially
ーで
for
調
a
べた
king
いときに
player,
このカウンターヒットオンに
Any
して
character with good
もらうと
throws,
まあ
that'll be really
今まで
good.
通り、カウンターで
So if
Yeah,
you're someone
so-
like me who likes to do that, to check out
What is the
counter
math
hit
on that?
options, now you'll have to go into the
Oh, my mathematicians. What is King's Tier 1 of Twister? The blue spark is 55 damage. It's 55. What is 100% of that? 150%. How much would it do with the key charge if that were true? This is the very beginning of the balance. 70, Benny? 75? They probably won't. They probably won't do it for throws because they're gonna have King in mind. They're gonna have these characters with launching throws in mind, or like these characters with launching punch parries, like Asuka, or oh god, Leroy. If he gets the just frame, the blue spark parry, and he gets all that free hit, you know. 82.6. Wait, what's yo? What's the math, guys? Is it 75 or you guys are saying all the numbers? You said just wait, it gets worse. I'm just trying to see. Okay. So 82. So if you catch a blue spark tier 1 or twister after a key charge, it'll do almost half life. So it'll be like boom. But wait a minute. Tier 1 or twister is 2 hits though, right? No, it's probably gonna scale more because the first hit is gonna do all the damage, and then the slam will do a little bit less, right? Okay. Tombstone is one solid hit, and it's 53 damage. Okay, so what is that scale to 150%? That should be a lot of damage. And in Rage, if it's the same in Rage, that's like a bro, if that applies to throws, bro, King is gonna be he's gonna be a character that is key charging all the time. 79.5? Bro, that's a lot.
Menu itself and just select.
Yeah, that
counter
could be
hit from
pretty
prompt.
useful for like grapplers and characters with really good
人気とだったのが
pokes.
気合ダメではこんな感じでガードできるようになっているので、
And oh goodness, Paul. Paul Deathfist?
強力な2択
Oh yeah, I forgot about Paul.
一部のキャラでできていたよう
Oh
な
man.
ちょっと、なかなか攻めが強すぎたっていう
What
と
if
ころ
he
で
does like a
気合ダメ
counter
に
hit,
入ってます
And as you
clean
saw
hit,
with what Nakatsu's
rage
doing
mode,
with that counter
heat
with
enhanced
Parang and
death
some other
fist
characters, they had
after
very
he
strong
key
options.
charges?
With Parang, you just saw it continued to hit.
I think you just
on that
died
first
in,
hit.
right? What is
So
that?
It was a very strong strategy to do a
Yeah, I
key
think you
charge when
just
your opponent
died.
was down. You know, as an Okizeme when they get up to hit them with stuff like this.
Yeah, you
た
might
だし
just be
気合ダメの
dead
攻
if
め
he
の
hits
効果
you
を
with
残した
that.
かったので、初段のダメージ補正 150% になっていたり、相手が攻撃が
Yeah,
ガード
that
さ
could
れ
be
た時に
huge. This
気合
this
ダメ
key
が解
charge
除されるような
change.
変更を加えてます。
But we
It's not a total loss. It's not a total loss. Only if it applies to throws and parries. If it's only just attacks, you know, punches and kicks, no parries, no throws, then okay. Yeah, it's a massive loss for most characters. Like, but I think Paul is gonna eat really good from that because his low that's barely punishable. He's gonna be able to do that. Remember, like Harang here, he did a 1-2. The key charge disappeared. You guys remember the old key charge, if they were blocking, you still had the key charge. You couldn't block after they blocked. So if you did a punishable low, you could do a -12 low with the old key charge and still get launched by a hop knee or something, a hop kick or whatever. But now after you do the attack, the key charge is gone. So that's just a free buffed low poke. Or a buffed mid, you know, Phoenix Smasher or something. So this is it's just gonna benefit the characters with the strong single hits that are a little on the safe end. That's what it's gonna buff. Harang lost most of the utility for the key charge. Yeah, Harang's a big loser with that. Because now if Harang wants to key charge, he's gonna have to do his throw or like what they're showing down back force, you know, a quick low poke or whatever. Hardly worth the risk and missing your combo damage and all that. But Paul, that's going to be a huge payoff. Huge payoff. What low that Paul has that's barely punishable? What do you mean, Kira? He's got the pumping pedal, which is sidestep 3, -12 or 13 on block. He's got quarter circle forward 3, which is -14 on block. He's got a back 4, -12 on block. He's got the deep dive or deep drive, whatever it's called, 4. He's got that. Then he's got core circle back 3-2. That's just jab punishable. Most of Paul's lows are barely punishable. Now, if you're thinking about the demo man, okay, yeah. But oh goodness, demo man is gonna hurt too. Yeah, demo man's gonna
We didn't
hurt.
want it to have no positives to it, so the damage scaling was increased to 150 on that first hit after a key charge.
はい、まずこれが気合ダメの性能変更になります。
Appreciate that, Doc
And
Green.
so that's the changes regarding
Deep dive,
key
yes.
charge.
What a name.
はい、続いて空中コンボ指導技の軸直しっていうものを、
To face the proper direction off
I
access.
saw June on the screen. Was,
はい、これは結構
oh goodness, not
今まで
June.
鉄拳が 3D 格闘で、ちょっと横
You
に
guys
少
remember
し移
people
動
were
する
saying she
と、
was
コンボが
bottom five
安
or
定しない
something?
ってことがよくあったと思うんですけど、浮かせ技が当たった時にちょっと待ってくださいね、向き直し効果っていうものを入れてまして、例えば順だったらシーズン1は
Season 2 height Memphis 6, jump with Memphis 6, jump with Memphis
So what he's
6,
saying is
jump
that,
with
uh,
Memphis 6,
当たらずに
students
スカってました。
Memphis 6 is
Many of
leading.
the attacks up until now,
Appreciate
if you were
that,
just even slightly off
Memphis
access.
Legends.
Some of the other hits after that would whiff. With June, he was just showing an example of one of the combos that would whiff during partway through in season 1.
はい、シーズン2からは軸直しってものが入っているので、割と正面に近い
Oh, they
形で
straighten up for you now.
コンボが安定して入るようになってます。
But for season 2, it was adjusted so that the character kind of recalibrates, and you're more consistent with your aerial juggles.
はい、でも
Wow.
もう1キャラぐらいちょっと例えばリディアもよくあったんですけど、
So your character straightens up to catch that good combo? That is
So now it's
crazy,
gonna
man.
show, kind of the
They
same
gotta
terms
hold
of
up.
change,
They gotta
but,
hold your hand.
ちょっと横に移動した状
Wow.
態で、このライトみたいなの当たって、このジャブがシーズン1はかなり使ってました。
So for that jab in season 1, that would often whiff.
なんでもうほぼジャブが安定して入って、
But for season 2, it's pretty consistent.
Wow.
割と正面に近い形で
Wait, so
決め
you
やす
you
くな
can't
る
do side
Because
combos no more?
that kind of recalibration to center the character.
こういった、遊びやすさっていう意味での改善もシーズン2で入れてます。
And this was done just to make the game more, user friendly.
横移動でわざわざ相手の技をかわして攻撃を決めてうまいプレーしたのに、なぜかその後
Hold
コ
on now.
ンボがミスってしまうっていうのを
Wait a minute. I think I just saw a mess up right there.
軸によ
I know you guys saw it too, right? Bro, they need to take this out immediately. That's I think that's like an emergency fix. They need to stop this right now. Like before season 2 comes out, I hope they remove this. Like
相
look
手
at
の
this.
技をかわして攻撃を決めて
They're trying to fix themselves so hard that they're going back off axis.
うまいプレーしたのに
Look at that.
なぜかその後わざわ
Jin
ざ
was facing this way. His body is centered one way, right? So he's more so facing towards his right. That's where his body is facing.
相手
And
の
look at
技を
when he
かわ
gets
し
launched.
て攻撃を決めてうまいプレーしたの
Now he's over to the left. They just messed up his combo, the demonstration. This is the demonstration
になぜか
messing
その
up.
後コンボが
Look, the jab missed. He just said the jab would miss. It just missed.
ミスってしまうっていうのを、なるべく緩和したかったので、
Bro,
軸により
they're gonna need to
安定するようには
fix that.
作ったつもりです。
How do you
This
go
is
from
because,
facing
we
towards the
noticed
right
a lot of people
to getting launched and then facing
that
towards
did
the left?
something really cool where they were properly evading their opponent's attacks, but then their follow-up combo with the whiff partway through, we felt was unfair, so we wanted to address that.
これなんか
Whoa. What did he say?
Properly noticed a lot of people that did something really cool where they were properly evading their opponent's attacks, but then their follow-up combo with the whiff partway through, we felt was unfair, so we wanted to address that.
これなんか
Oh, that wasn't unfair, bro. Like, the thing about combos in any fighting game is that you have to learn them You have to learn the situational combos in fighting games. Whether it be the characters of different statures, you know, sometimes the big characters eat bigger combos, so your whole combo route is different. Sometimes the smaller characters, you have to tone down your combo. You have to condense things. You have to learn this stuff. And with Tekken, you have to learn your side combos. You have to learn the left and right side. That's usually the same combo. Then you got the back turn combo and the front facing. Then you got the slightly off to the left and slightly to the right. You had to learn all those different combos. There's nothing unfair about that. Learn your combos. Learn and practice your combos for each situation. This was not needed. This wasn't a necessary change. That was not necessary. See, I played Guilty Gear. You had to learn your bread and butters against every single character in the game. Every character had a different weight class. And it wasn't Potemkin that was the character that fell to the ground the fastest. It was Johnny. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. You had to really condense your combos against Johnny because he will fall fast. But that was on you, the player, to lab and figure out the Johnny only combos. Just like you got to lab the side turn combos. Wow, so what's next? They're going to get rid of the sidewall splat? I hope so. They should have done something about the sidewalls. Not this. This wasn't necessary. This man said it was unfair. That man said, yo, how? That doesn't make sense. What do you mean it's not fair, Michael Murray? It's not fair that the guy didn't lab his combos and he dropped the combo?
あれとかはどうなるんですかって質問が来てます。
かなり軸ずれてると、まあそこまで
Exactly, second
完全になくなるわけではないんですけど、ちょっとしたずれで
Exactly. Abba, yeah, she fell really fast too.
まあちょっとここは結構変わってるんで、まあ一旦そのキャラごとに
Virtua Fighter had different weights. Yeah, Taco was a super heavyweight. Yeah.
うまいプレー、ちょっと横を取ってコンボを決めるときになるべく安定させてあげたかったって意味でこの塩を入れてます。
Wow, this is some hand holding stuff here.
People were wondering about there's certain combos where people would do this intentionally using that off axis. Nakatsu is saying when you're like heavily off axis, it doesn't change it that much. This is just you know, in slight instances.
Yo, what? It doesn't change it that much. There's a second jab whiffed. Their change is failing right before their eyes. Like right here in this Tekken Talk, your change is failing right here, right now. Look at this. Let me rewind this
Wondering
again.
about there's certain combos where people would do this intentionally using that off axis. Nakatsu is saying,
how are you
like
failing the combo in the
off-axis,
demonstration of the new change?
Change it that much.
Jab whiffs.
This is just you know, in slight instances where people did.
ずれすぎてると、まあそんなに抜き直しが効かなかったりするので。
Bro, that was.
So if you're heavily to the side, it's not like it's going to completely rearrange you to the front. But
wow.
It is supposed to alleviate this a little bit.
はい。で次にまたより遊びやすく分かりやすいっていうところを、考えて、
Yeah, I see he's correcting it now. Yeah, the second attempt he said, yeah, it's not gonna do it when you're heavy off axis. But I'm like, that's crazy. That shouldn't be the case at all.
対戦の映像を持ってきたので、実際、どういう感じになるかを、ご覧いただこうと思います。
Because that first example, they went to the other axis. When she was deep on his left side,
has brought footage of an actual match.
The man
so you
turned
can get a good idea what
the other direction. Bro, they need to change that and take that away. That's not a good change. Yeah, I don't know about that. You think they should delay this update? Oh, we got Reina and Asuka.
これバーサスモードの映像になります。こんな感じでカウンターだとカウンター表示が出るようになってますね。
Oh, Asuka got a new move?
According to the actions, right?
Oh, that's not a heat smash no more?
出さないポリシーなのと
Wait a minute, she still got heat.
その通りです。僕がポリシーなのと思って
I'm sure just watching this with a straight face.
Action right.
Yo.
Prompts showing up. Point to the actions right.
Wait a minute. Look at Asuka trying to sidestep. I thought they were buffing the lateral movement to deal with all these 50-50s. I'm sidestepping, I'm sidestepping, I'm sidestepping.
Point
Nope.
to the actions right.
And she can do it again.
出さないポ
Wow.
リシーなのと思ってたっていう人いるけど
ポリシーだったんその通り
Wait,
です
let me pay attention. How much did that take from her heat?
You see the prompts showing up.
Okay, so this is from full heat gauge.
Point to the actions right.
Oh wow. So she could do it
出
3
さないポリ
times
シー
from
なのと思
full
って
heat.
たっていう人いるけど
ポリシーだったん
その通りです。僕が堅くなに出さないポリシーを持ってた人だったんですけど
All right, one more time, Chad. One more time. Okay, so it's a lot of recoverable health, but wow,
出さない
why?
ポリシーなのと思ってたっていう人いるけど
ポリシーだったんその
What?
通りです
Asuka got a
僕がポリシーなの
she
と思
got
ってた
the true ogre.
出さない
Okay,
ポリ
that's
シーな
down
のと
for
思
one
ってたっ
too. Bro, she's got the ogre back one too. Ancient ogre?
ていう人いるけど
Yo, she's got the ogre back 1-2 in the wall splats. Is that a new 12 frame?
出さないポリシーなのと思ってたっていう人いる
Wow,
け
that
ど
looks fast
だったん
too.
その通りです
僕が堅くなに出さないポリシーを持ってた
Uh,
人だ
whoever
ったん
that
です
is
けど
knows what they're
これ
doing.
ハルさんちょっとエボの動画でも解説してるよね。
そうそうそう
ね。
いろいろ実は理由あって今はごちゃごちゃ言わないけどまあでもオンオフ実は
What was all that?
出さないポリシーを持ってた人だったんですけどこ
これ
こは
ハルさんちょっとエボの動画でも
Wow,
解
she's
説してる
got
よ
a
ね。
new follow-up
ね。
い
and
ろ
a
いろ実は
charge
理由あって
attack.
今はごちゃごちゃ言わないけどまあでもオンオフ実はでき
So
る
she's got a
そうです
two
ね
fairy
出したくない
follow-up.
って人もいると思うんで、
With
ゲ
heat.
ームオプションの中から
Or is that
表
with the
示
buff?
のオンオフが切り替えられるようになって人もいると思うんで、ゲームオプションの中から、表示の
Oh, and Reina got a new
オンオフ
low?
をしたくないって人もいると思うんで、ゲームオプションの中から表
Yo, she tried to punish it. I think that's 13 frames. Wow. So it must be minus 12.
示のオンオフが切り替えられるようにな
That
ってます。
bro,
いる
that
と思うんで
that Reina
ゲーム
low
オプション
right
の
here
中
looks
から
like it
表
hurts
示の
if it
オンオフ
hits.
が切り替えられるようになってます。あとタイマーの上に、
Yeah, it's
バージョン
probably
情報
minus
っていうのが
12 or
表示
something.
されてるんですけども、こちらも、大会設定等でオフにできるので、シーズン1の通り、
Yeah, I don't mind the new.
バトルの状況表示
Oh
も出した
goodness.
くないし
Oh, she just hit with it.
シーズン1の通り、バトルの状況
I
表
did a
示も
good
出したくないし、バージョン情報も出したくないって人は、
Then she goes
設
into
定
the
で
stance
オン
from
オフが
it.
切り替えることができます。
So what I was just mentioned, it was a policy.
Wow,
as
so
some
her
mentioned,
parry
we
got
didn't
buffed
do that
because of
previously,
that.
but this is a change in the direction. That said, you can still choose to turn
What
this
was
off
that?
if you want. This is a change in the direction. That said, you can still
That
choose
is
to
a lot
turn
of
this
damage.
off if you want to.
So they buff Reina a
In
lot.
addition to
huh?
what Nakatsu's talking about, there's the version displayed above the timer. And so that's another thing that you can choose to turn off.
That was
if
a
you
lot
want
of
to.
special
実
effects,
際
a
これ
lot
自
of
分で
lightning.
も
That's
遊んでみて
that's
るんで
pretty
すけど
dope.
そんなに遊んでて、表示は気にならないっていうのと、実際カウンターヒットだとカウンターだと思ってカウンターで連続ヒット、ヒット確認したりっていうのも、簡単になってたり
Asuka with the charge.
見ていて
So
今
she's got a
カウン
bunch
ター
of
だったら
charge
パニッ
moves.
シュ
Oh goodness.
このコンボすごい
Oh
ダ
my
メージ
goodness,
っていうの
bro.
が分かりやす
Really?
い今カウンターだったんだパニ
That
ッシュ
fast attack does
この
that
コンボすごいダメ
when
ージ
she's
だっ
got
ていうの
heat.
が見ていて今カウンターだったんだパニッシュだったんだ
Wow, it only did a
このコンボ
little
すご
bit
い
of
ダメ
heat.
ージだっていう
But
の
that
が分かり
did
や
a
すくなっ
lot.
てるん
Okay.
で、観戦してる人だったり実況解説の人にとってはかなり
So Asuka is just a super gorilla now.
毎回はいいよ
So Nakatsu is saying, he's been playing with this on for a while now, and
Bro.
can tell that it makes it a bit easy to understand because at a glance you can tell if you counter hit, and then choose for the appropriate
Oh,
follow-ups.
she can
or
cancel it.
You'll know if you're doing more damage because of that.
Wow.
Also for streamers and people like that, or for commentators.
So Asuka is just
it's more easy
super
to
OD
understand
now.
what's
Okay.
going on to the game and touch on that.
これチャッ
チャット欄が
I thought they were trying to do something
変更
about
が
all this
ついて
chip
ます
damage, but they
は
keep
い
adding
あ
more
と
chip
アスカと
damage.
レーナの変更も
Charge
まあ
attacks
ちょ
into
っとまあ入れて
freaking
みたら、まあ
stances.
後ほどでもまた見直してください。
Oh, that new low is a counter hit, free follow up move.
So
Okay.
that's just a brief summary of the changes. And it seems a lot of people in chat are talking about
じゃあこれで
changes to the
一旦
characters
動画終
themselves.
了でお願いします。
So we'll end that here.
でもまあ好評ですね。
あ、よかったです。
Oh, she got stronger combos. Whoa, wait a minute. She's
So-
got a new aerial tailspin.
チャット欄見ると
So that does a, okay.
So
Wow.
it seems like a lot of people in chat like that.
I know King Ray Jr. is happy.
We'll leave
Hi.
it at
That
that.
did 78
戻りましょ
damage.
うか
はい
またゲーム画面の方に
Oh, wait. They just showed Reina do a new one too.
はい。
またゲ
Oh,
ーム画
okay.
面の
That's
方
a
に
new.
はい
That's a new
こ
move,
こ
isn't
から
it?
皆さん
Knee
お持ち
into
帰りの
roundhouse.
そうっすね
各キャラごとの
Strong aerial
大きな
tailspin.
変更があったキャラいろいろ見せたいなと思ってるんですけど、結構時間が
Wow,
ないん
you
ですよ
guys remember when people were saying Reina had bad lows? And they were totally wrong. She actually had better lows than Heihachi. Before they brought Heihachi back, of course. Yeah. Because she had his down back too. She had the hell sweep, all that launch punishable stuff. But then she had a regular sidestep low. Then she had a regular, like, little quick low poke with a high follow up. Then she had a low from the stance too. She had multiple lows. They weren't amazing, but she had better lows than like Tekken 7 Heihachi. But my goodness. Let's give her a new low that looks like it's got a lot of range and it gives a counter hit free follow up. And it goes into stance. Okay.
そうっすね
That's great.
30分ぐらいはやってもいいです
So I guess they're just eliminating all
わかんないですまあ
weaknesses
ちょ
or
っと
something?
シーズン1からシーズン2にかけて結構大きな変更が入ったキャラを中心に、まあ、ちょっとだけ、
Okay.
パッチノートの中に
I will say this before they go to the next point. I will say this though, chat. Every character seems to be super OD now, super godlike, does everything. So I think everybody's going to be fun to play with. Because they're giving all these characters strong aerial tailspin moves. So everyone's got good combos now. Everyone's got cool looking combos now. Probably, well, King, I think he only had one strong aerial tailspin. That was his heat enhanced Jaguar Sprint 2. But they're probably giving King something else. I don't know. But yeah, I think the game is going to be more fun and chaotic.
So with the remaining time,
It's gonna be way more
which
fun.
Nakatsu is trying to negotiate for more for the broadcast.
You guys remember
He
how
wants to show
fun
off some
Tekken
of
8
the
was on
characters
release?
that changed the most. So let's.
I think we're
jump
going to get
straight
that
into
again.
夜までやるか。
いや僕はやってもいいで
It's
す
just
俺
crazy
今日
cheesy
有給
right
なんだ
now.
よねマジで
So
本当
Rose
に
said,
本当に俺今
Man
日
said no.
We could do this until evening, but
Phoenix, I got you,
僕も
bro.
今日誕生日かつ実はこれ1時間しか寝てないデバフがかかってる状態なんで夜まで持たないかもしれないです
Nakatsu just mentioned it is his birthday, so he'd prefer not to, and we're all kind of jet lagged from the return from GDC at the moment. He hasn't
Hi.
slept much, so
じゃあ
sorry.
まあといつも
Yeah, I don't
皆
think
さん
so.
お待ちかねだと思うんでまずはテイケイトの新キャラクターのあず
Let me check over here. My YouTube chat is no good right now. Yeah, you guys hit the like button over on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. And thank you. Who is that? Panda Shoes with the gifted membership. I thank you, bro. Panda Shoes. One of my mods over on YouTube, keeping things straight and moderate. Thank you. It's going to be extremely cheesy now. Yeah, I see.
背中からいきましょ
I
うか
see, I see.
Let's start off with Azucena then.
Uh-oh.
はいアズセナはですね
Uh-oh.
シーズン1は、まあ、リベルタドールからの攻めてもうちょっと
That's
広
insane,
げたいなっていうところでかなりリベルタドール中の
What up,
展開が変わるよう
Herb? How you doing,
な変
brother?
更を加えてます
So we really want to give her some more options from Libertador. So that's one of the big changes for her.
はいでまあシ シーズンで猛威を振るったこの技ですけども、実はリベルタ通りにいけるようになってます。
And you might remember that technique from her. It was quite strong at one point. Now she can go into the Libertador when she finishes it.
でリベルタ通りに行
Wow.
った
So
後に
they basically just undid every nerf to that move. Libertator? So you block this move now, she's 50-50 time.
Okay. まあ行かないのも選べるんですけど、
You can choose not to go into the stance if you want to as well.
前入れっぱにするといけるようになります。
You
Why
just,
would you not
hold
go into
forward
the stance?
to go into the transition.
でリベルタドール中
What was
に
that?
下と LK で
Ugh.
発生は遅いんですけどガードさせて有利な展開が作れる中段が増えてます。
She has a new mid. It's a bit slow, but you get plus frames on block by pushing down and left.
I bet it's a counter hit launcher. I bet it's a
カウ
counter
ンター
hit
ヒットす
launcher.
るとこれですね、
コンボいける。
コンボに行けるっていうなかなかの
I hear combo.
Plus you can
Combo did.
combo.
Oh my god.
ね、これ俺も
Of
ね、
course.
中津これ何してんのって言ったら、
大丈夫
いや遅いんだよっつって、あと横移動弱いんだっけ。
ああ、横は
遅いです
Of course. Of course.
It's quite slow though, so hopefully you can interrupt her before that.
まあこんな感じ。
Hopefully you can interrupt her before she does it. I love that sentiment. I really do. Because if you try to interrupt her from doing that slow mid, she's got another move that's faster that does something on counter hit. That's frame tight with the +5 that she's got. Okay.
感じで結構使うために中段があったりですね
Alright.
That's quite useful for mid.
あとまあしゃがんだ状態で、
Huggins, I'm sorry, bro.
本当夜中作ったからな、覚えてるのか覚えてないのかごめんなさいちょっと
数が多すぎんだ
Sorry,
数が多すぎて
マジです
a
ご
lot
い
of changes. He's still kind of jet lagged, so.
なんでリベルタドル中遅い中段と
That's one heck of a new
下
move.
段で
It's ugly,
こう
but
迫ったりすることができるようになってます
So you have that kind of slow start up mid, but then also that low attack from the Libertador that's new. Sorry, I'm not good at Spanish.
アブセレルみたいな感じだね
はいあとは、
ないかななかなか
まあ、あとはですねこれですねこの下 LP
wait, is that new?
Left
全然
punch.
強い
That didn't used to bounce you up on counter hit, did it?
これですね
結構ね、
ガードでプラ4
Plus
でヒ
4
ットでプラ7取れてでしゃがんだ状態で 1RK ってこの新
No,
技
we
追加さ
haven't
れた
gotten
んですよ
to that yet, Joy.
ね。
Good boy.
移行してるんです
It
よ
always bounce?
マジか
So you can see, あれ、さっきのフレームのやつはパンチの方。
どうですか
うん
これガードプラ
But
4
was
ヒッ
it
トプラ
plus
7
4?
です
No, it was not
on
plus
block,
4.
plus 7 on hit for that punch.
なのでこのしゃがんだ
Yeah, I
状
know
態
that
で
that
1RK
smash attack
やると
was not no
リベルタ
plus
ドー
on
ルに行
block.
って
That's new.
そこからの RP が割れないんですよここ
So
か
you
ら
can, from crouching, push down, back, right kick to do
Right.
that little spin kick into the stance.
Wow.
And that into that punch is kind of like a normal hit combo.
So that
なので
string she's doing right now, like this sequence of attacks,
Sorry, not normal hit,
What is
but you
that kind of reminds me of dragging off sneak 4 into the full crouch low. You do a plus on block mid, and then you recover crouch, and then you do a strong low.
can't like
しゃが
interrupt.
みに設定しなきゃいけなかった
Wow.
Pardon me, I'm
You
jet
said it's
lagged as well.
-3 right now, but well, it's plus 4 now.
衰弱してんだと一発入れたら治るんじゃないかって
Wow, so
えー、か
Alucina got a super move now. She's got a
あ
god
治りま
move.
したね行きましょう
That move there, that's a god move.
あれ
Counter hit launching, plus on block, full crouch afterwards.
それだからもうこれ小さすぎるのこのモニターが
I don't know, guys. I think Arsenal and Nash might be back with her
逆だわ俺が殴ら
because
れ
we
る
know Nina's gonna get nerfed a lot.
He's Harada saying that if he punches Nakatsu, his debuff will end. But I said no. Nakatsu has to punch Harada to end the debuff. So
Whoa.
His
Wait,
debuff.
what? What are you saying?
Harada's saying that if he punches Nakatsu, his debuff will end. But I said no. Nakatsu has to punch Harada to end the debuff. So
Oh, they joking. I'm
本
tripping.
当
I
は
was like,
ここ
debuff,
から
what?
この後これが割れないんです
Bro,
け
that
ど
low hurts.
ちょっとごめんなさい。本当
Looks
は
like it does like 20 damage. Yeah, it does. That's like a hatchet kick.
So you can't interrupt that follow-up.
なぜ
Wonder how negative it is on block. Said
こんな
launch
感じでヒー
punishable?
トを作れる
And you can see you can also do the heat engager.
逆にアズセナさんちょっと弱く変わっちゃった部分
Yeah, these are some pretty big
弱
buffs.
くなったところあんまなかった
この人じゃあアッパー気味な
か
んで
なりはい
そうですね
良くなった方ですね
Kilo, I know
So a
you
lot of
are
hers
ready.
were
I know you are
improvements
very
and not
happy and
many,
excited.
Nerfs. So as an overall
Especially for that
summary,
slide.
she's been buffed a bit.
はいっていう感じでアズセナはなかなか、まあ、いろ
Well,
んな
they
新
are really
技だ
just
ったり
buffing
詳しい展開含めて
50-50s.
構えを
But
使っ
they
て
had the nerve to say
攻め
the
れる
key
ようになってま
charge
す
created too many.
So as you can see, she's got several new
Unbearable
moves, and
50-50.
designed with more options for coming out of the stance.
はい。
でそう弱くなったところ1個だけありましたごめんなさい、
There
で
is
すね
one
立ち状態からパワークラッシュ兼ヒート発動技っていうのを
Wow.
一律、
方向性としてね。
まあ、攻防一体すぎてちょっとさすがにっていうところでこれですねこれがヒート発動技じゃなくなったパワークラッシュはあるんですけど
Yeah,
there is one
regular,
nerf 発動しま
But
す
this
They
applies to
talked
all
about that
characters
in
who
the
have
last
that, where
これが
video.
一番弱体化じゃないで
反
すか
発難しい
No
you
more
had the
heat
power crush
engager.
and a heat engager in one move. All of those have been done away with. So this is now just a power crush. それ多くのキャラありますね。
はい
I'm still wondering if they
こんな感じで
consider King's
さっき
muscle armor follow up one of those, like a power crush heat engager.
の技、まあ、ここからガードプライオンになって
That is crazy. Plus 4.
これが割れなくなって
Yeah, you can't do anything
Also,
about
this
it
is a
like a while
good
standing 4
follow-up,
unless you're on a
where
certain
you can't be
side.
interrupted.
Wait a minute. No,
これを
they
ちらつか
buffed
せ
that.
て、まあ、こういう下段を持っていくみたいな
I don't know.
Sometimes throw in that low kick.
Yeah, they're not
こう
full
いう感
crouch
じの
when
攻
they
めが
block.
できるようになりま
So
した
だからさこのペースだとあと2キャラしか
やばいですねちょっと
we'll have to see
ちょっと
if they can actually step or follow up, like a fastest
これ
option.
見せといた方がいいってやつ
マイケル・キャラグいきます
Y'all
か
think fighting games need 50-50 mix-ups?
デビルジンは
マイケル
どうしてくれるの
Well,
か。
need is a strong word. I mean, you got to be able to open people up without
So I've been telling no one saw from behind the scenes. I've been talking to
Just
Nakatsu
doing
do something about
throws.
Devil Jin. So you know he was my main character throughout the series.
But
はい
it's
デビル
I
ジン
do
もで
miss
すね
when
まあちょっと
50-50s
なかな
were
か活躍が
harder
なか
to
った
implement.
キャラだったので、まあ、新技含めて強化がいろいろ入っています
So you know obviously we didn't see him as much as in past installments. So he's
Wow,
seen a few
that's a
new
natural
moves
combo. Look at that
and
knockdown.
improvements.
3LPRP これ連続ヒット
Wow.
So down forward left punch right punch is a natural combo.
で中段
Can he
の
run over there and get a
こ
follow-up?
の RK があるので、まあ、なかなかしゃがみづらい
And he got a mid
option as
follow-up.
well, so that your opponent
But it's
can
unsafe,
easily be able
okay.
to duck.
近距離戦での
All right, all right.
戦い
Let me
方
say
が向上してま
this.
す
Let
ね
me say this.
So
They should have been done that with Devil Jin. Before Tekken 8 came out, and they turned the second hit into a high. I don't know why they didn't give him a mid, like an unsafe mid follow-up for the safe high follow-up. That's usually the rules of Tekken, if you didn't know. I don't know why Devil Jin didn't have this move already.
it should be a bit easier to fight in close quarters.
Yeah, this is
あとは結構でかいのが
this is like back pay or something. He should have been
Also
had
from
that.
his fly from forward left
But I
kick.
don't like the way the
LK
down full
両
1-2
パンチ
hits.
で
I don't like how that hits.
この上段ガードフローがついてます
He's got a high
Shin Blade
option,
with the
but it
prime
is,
resub. Thank you,
unblockable
brother. How you doing, man?
with both punches.
マイケル
Bro, this season 2 looking kind of
中
crazy,
段がある
man.
の
これも
で
多分言われ
怖いなこれ
弱いと言われるし強いと
What
言
up,
われる
Isaac Nicholas? What's
So if he's
good?
weak, I'm gonna get a lot of hate, and when he gets strong, I'm gonna get a lot of hate. So,
暴れてる人だ
Whoa,
よ
what was
so if
that?
he's weak, I'm gonna get a lot of hate, and when he gets strong, I'm gonna get a lot of hate.
Oh,
So,
that's a different kind of
あれは
knockdown.
二択だ
Okay.
よね。俺のヘイトがどっちに来るね。
ね
どっちも来るという。
強くしても来るし弱くしても来るなんで、まあ、こういう後ろ前
So it's plus
RPLK から
16.
ヒットして
Oh,
攻める
okay. That's cheap.
So
So that's an unblockable. This used to be this was his heat smash from
from
Morning
his,
Crow.
left right, right punch, left kick, I believe it is. You can use that as a
Oh,
basis
you gotta
for your
just block
attacks.
that. You can't do nothing about
は
that.
い、あとはですねヒート状態も強化されてます。
Also, he's buffed a little bit in the heat state.
ヒート状態
Disengaging?
で
I think you might be right, brother.
まあ奈落ですね。奈落 LK が追加されています。
There's a new option from his health
Wow.
sweep as well
これが奈落 RK で奈落
with
LK で、
LK.
はい、これコンボいけるようになってます。
They had to give
Goes to,
Devil Jin a new
combo.
hell sweep. They had to give him a new hell sweep
Heat,
from Heat. Because Heihachi came back with Warrior's Instinct safe hell sweep. With more damage. Yeah, they had to do something to the King of Hell Sweep.
ですよね。
はい。
During heat.
Wow, so it doesn't... Oh, you're front facing now. Whoa, wait a
こんな感じ
minute.
で
So he got
Yo, what kind of combo was that?
コンボいけるようになってま
Oh,
す。
they actually
and it
practiced this
goes to,
combo.
combo. Heat ですよね。
はい。
During heat.
Yeah, they've been practicing.
こんな感じで。
So he got heat.
Okay. I'm gonna have to slow this one down because I don't know what this man is doing. But it's actually pretty cool. Okay, so he stomps on you. That's your tornado. Then Morning Crow into 4. Fly stance 1. I think that's the up 4-1 chain, and he flies and does the 4 again. Uppercut. Wow. And then a Thunder God Fist. Heaven's Gate or Hell's Gate, whatever it's called. Okay. That's 60 damage. Wow. So you have to really be afraid of Devil Jin. More so. He was already scary.
消費量とか全部これ
Wow. So you
調
wow.
整済み。
もちろん。
Developers just pushed out a 60 damage combo with Devil
The,
Jin,
the use
guys.
of the heat timer, all that stuff. I was just asking him if it's the,
The
latest,
developers just
build
did a
and it
60
is.
はい
damage
この
hell
辺
sweep
が強化
combo.
された点です。このぐらいのペースでいきましょう。
60
Hey,
from
so he's, those
you
are some
catch
of
a
the
demon paw.
points he's been improved.
You got to
We're gonna
worry
speed
about
up
a
to try to
60
get to
damage
more
combo.
characters.
Possibly wall carry.
じゃあ誰行こうかな。
Wow, if they didn't give him
Kazama
anything
Jin.
else, those 2 buffs were huge
Jun
enough.
Kazama, maybe?
But we already know there's more, right?
サクサクいかないと。
Steve とかも
Yeah, so imagine wall carry from that. Yeah, you're gonna
はい、
die
順もですね、なかなか、展開が作れ
from
な
one
くて、
mistake, the mistake of getting
崩
hit.
すことが
with a
難しかった
demon
キャラクターになっていて、まあヒート中の技が強化されています。
So up until now it was tough for June to sometimes open up opponents. So now she has some improvements to address this during the heat state.
ヒート中に
Yo, who are these? Wait, I gotta ask y'all something, chat. So it's official. They really do listen, and that's great. I'm glad that they listen to the community. But I just wonder, like, out of every community member, do they go by the amount of similar complaints, or is it like some kind of a hierarchy? Like some of the stuff Michael Murray is saying about these characters, I'm wondering who are they listening to? This man said it was hard for June to open people up. And what is this? 12? What? So she's got to install now. 12? What is 12? I don't even want to know. But I'm wondering who in the world are they listening to? June had a problem opening people up with all those quick low pokes, counter hit launchers, plus frames, easy plus frames, parries. Yo, she got a back 3 and a can kick. She punishes you for trying to attack. Then she's got quick, safer low pokes. She had a hard time opening people up. Who are they listening to? She had a low hit. Oh my god.
この技がヒー
She had a low hitting heat smash. Never mind. It's not a heat smash, it's a heat move now. Great.
一番大きいところで言うと
That is great. That is really
ヒ
great.
ートスマッシュだったらこの技がヒート
Wow.
中の固有技になって
その代わり
タイマー消費技になってます
結構消費するよね。So you can see what was her heat smash previously is now just a move that she has
Y'all see the
access
move
to
she's
during
doing?
heat, which uses previously.
That stance into the regular low was barely punishable. And it had a good reward on hit. It had a good reward on counter hit. Like what? It was low risk and it did decent damage. But it was hard for her to open people up. Who are they listening to? So the last thing I want to do, chat, the last thing that I would want to do is say like they only need to listen to players on the caliber of whoever. No, I don't want that. That's unfair and that's just crazy, right? But I'm like, before they actually green light stuff like this, who do they listen to? Seems like the people that complain the most. Yeah, it seemed like they are just
Is
listening
now
to
just a move that she has access
these random
to during
Reddit
heat,
users and
which uses the heat timer instead.
people on Twitter and stuff, like the casual players.
ヒートタイマーの横に強化アイコンがあるんですけども、
Yeah,
ここが溜まると
like only listening to
強い技が
them.
出るようになって
They're not
There's
taking
a
into
power-up,
account
icon,
everyone
I
else's
guess you guys call it
opinions.
install right next to the heat timer, which gives her access to a powerful technique.
SSJ Swole, that is perfect. They listen to who's louder, not who makes sense. But that's the thing though. Okay. Let's say this. You listen to the people that are louder. After you do that, it still got to get by you and your team, right? Y'all have a balanced team. So it's like a round table of people that are supposed to be like, okay, this is what is complained about the most here. All these people said Jun struggles to open people up. Okay. We hear you. What do we need to do to make sure that it's easier to open people up with Jun? Then it's supposed to be someone that says, no, wait a minute. It's not hard for her to open people up. It seems like there was no, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a second. I don't think that's right, guys. I don't think that's right, Stewie. Yeah, like, who are they listening to, man?
なかなかこれあとは前々両
What
パ
did
ン
that just do?
なかなかこれあと
Oh,
は
that-
前々両パンチ後ろ
They
で
gave her a
こういう発生
five.
ですね
There's also
Birds or
an
whatever.
extension to the forward right both punches by holding back.
なんでここからこういう展開を作って前々両パンチ後ろの後に両パンチをガードさせて有利の展開を作ると
So you can put the back to get there for an instant and then go into Ryopan?
両パンチですね
Both punches out of that stance
So that's a new
to,
move, a new homing
get frame
attack.
advantage.
でそこから出雲中にこういう下段で崩せるんですけど
For example, during Izumo, you can do the low kick to open up opponents.
So what is this number that's accruing here? It's almost full.
失礼
Ah, wow, they restarted it. Well, I wonder what does that do? I see she's taking a lot less chip damage from her own life than
こんな
before.
感じで下段で崩せるようになってます
This is
こんな感じで
Hard
下
to
段で
open
崩せる
people
よう
up.
に
She
なって
had a hell
this is
sweep.
kind of a sequence you can use to open up your opponents
Yo.
using low attacks.
はい他にもいろんな変更が入ってますがいろいろなキャラ見たいと思うので
なんかさアイコンの質問が
アイコンね
飲酒アイコン、
はいはい
飲酒アイコンが100になるとどうなんですか？
これはですね風間の
They never show what it
上昇して
does?
マックス状
Oh,
態に
you
な
already
る
watched it.
と、
Okay.
酔っ払う
3つの技が今日それはバーチャルシュン
Taking that game is built to give
So it's
newer
a new
players a
mechanic. They're
chance.
talking about that little icon
こ
where
の
she has
100
access
になる
to
と
three
こういう
different
状態にな
techniques.
って
You are totally right, H3 the
マッ
game.
クス状
Shout
態
outs to
で
H3 the
下と両
game.
パンチ まあ、これが強
down
化
in
され
both
る
punches.
と出雲中に
One of the Memphis
During
homies
Izumo.
making a lot of sense.
出雲中だから
Yeah, we've been preaching about this forever.
まあさっきの
Oh yeah, everyone's good. Gunslinger girl, welcome to the stream. Everyone's good. We're watching even further
こ
indication
れ
of
も強
that.
化されて
All of
ダ
this,
メージ
yeah,
が
everyone's
That low
good now.
kick, the damage is
ヒート中
increased.
のみ有効になるんですか？
いやこれは
Yeah,
他の
you're
キャラ
good,
クターと一緒
Gunslinger
で
girl. Welcome to Tekken 8.
ヒ
Yeah,
ー
I'm
トと
sure
は
you're
関
gonna
係
have
な
a
い
lot of fun with this game.
So it's a separate
No
mechanic
cap.
from Heat, though.
I'm for
Like
real.
other
Like I think you're
characters.
gonna love this game. If you're new to Tekken, oh goodness. Yeah, Tekken 8.
そうですね
It's gonna be
指令が追加され
amazing
て
to
神
you.
々しい感じになってます、はい、
まあまあ相変わらず
For sure.
強い強い
Look at that. So this is what when it's
だからパ
full.
チノーツリリースしたくないね
いやいやまあ
なんでまあ
自分が使ったらよかったですよ
Yeah, she's about to
自分
run
は
out of
風
heat.
間の
Does she
力をう
keep the
まく使
install?
って立ち回って、
Okay, just
まあ
refills.
強
Never
化状
mind.
態に
Never
して、
mind.
まあ、どんどん崩していくみたいなちょっといろんな、攻め手が増えてます、
Yo, thank you,
Yeah, so
Draco Lux with the
basically
5
you know she
gifted.
just
I
has
appreciate you,
these
brother.
new additions to help her open up opponents.
Oh goodness.
はい、で一番大きい
Listen, listen.
Yeah, so
いるにせつ
basically you know she just has these new additions to help her open up opponents.
They gave her new additions to help her open up the opponent when she already had plenty. And thank you, Rosanary Ace with the Prime. Yo, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Much appreciated.
Lil Midge Brow.
But yeah, that is some crazy stuff. Time to boot up tag 2.
次のキャラいく
はい、で一番大きく変わったのはザフィーナ
あじゃあザフィーナ行きましょうか
あ、いいな。
Let's go to Zafina. I think she's
Oh,
changed
I just heard it,
maybe the most
Zafina.
out of many of the characters.
ゲンヤさん見てるか
Gunslinger girl. Hope you're watching.
見てんじゃないですか
録画を見るんじゃないか
Well, it's cool. It's
昔
cool.
な昔セブ
You're
ンで
new. You're
絶
new.
対ザフィナ
So everything is just gonna look so cool.
ゲンヤさんいじめて
Oh, they gave Zafina an install too. I forgot about
難
that.
しいんだよねこのキャラね
Wow.
まあザフィーナはですね本当
Do I like Kazuya? Yeah, I love Kazuya. I like the Mishimas.
ちょっと作り直し
Who
に近
doesn't
い
like
リワークみ
Mishimas?
たいなことしてます
シーズン2で。
すいませんね元の
Yeah, they are like
趣旨が
undisputedly
for
cool
二代目
characters.
二代目ザフィーナですね、これは。
そうだ
2
ね
代目になります
6の時にちょっと俺がいろいろミスりまして
はい、で、まあ、何を強くしたかっていうとアザゼルの力っていうものをフォーカスして、まあ、それらの関連の技を非常に強くしてます。
なるほど。
So her buffs for season 2, she's been quite reworked, and mainly these focus on the Azazel's power that she's able to concentrate and use in newer ways.
はい、で後ろ両パンチこれ非常にリーチが長く横にも強い技で、
Back
Wow.
and then both punches,
やべえ
long reach.
はい、
これかっこいいね。
フォーミングしかもガードされても問題ない。
あでも自分の体力を犠牲にしてるわけです
Wow, it's equal chip damage. You see
Long
that?
range, you use your own life gauge,
調子に乗ってやってるとどんどん自分の体力が
Bro,
but
how did
you
this
have to be careful.
get okayed?
ほぼイーブンス。
吉光はね、クリ
Look at that. Wait, it hurts Jin more, doesn't it? Yeah, his life bar is a little bit closer to the end of the heat gauge. Well, the beginning of the heat gauge. Hers is over here. So it's a better reward for her to just do that. That's crazy. That is crazy.
but you have to be careful.
Classical, thank you, brother. Yes, you are totally right.
は
It
い、自
is.
称しつつ
Spicy
アザゼ
season.
ルの力を使った技を、まあ、振り回していくスタイルですね。で前両パンチ
Where's
こちら
Grand
も
Kataro? I
リーチ
know
が
that
伸びて
guy's happy.
前両パン
はい、
and then forward both punches is the range has been extended.
まあ、こちらは横に強くない代わりにリタ
Wow,
ー
they
ン
buffed
が
the
高い
range.
ですね。
It's not very good sideways, but it does a lot of damage.
あとですね、まあ、この技あるんですけども まあ実はこれシーズン1でガード攪拌があったんですけど、ガード攪拌なくなって
Oh, that's safe.
発生も14から13になっています。
In this move, the startup was increased from or decreased from 14 to 13, and used to be punishable on block, but not anymore.
はい、なんでこれ実はまあライトの攪拌に使えたりしますね。
So you can use this against hop kicks if you're quick enough.
なるほど。まあ攪拌でヒート発動ができるので。
And it's a heat engager. 強い。いいな。
なかなか使い勝手がいい技になっています。
It's pretty useful.
はい。
I like the sound effect of the install when she goes into
そうで
heat.
すね。はい。こ
That's
ちら
cool.
も
It's like a thing or
まあ
something.
ヒートを発動するとまあこちらたまるんですけど、この状態でモードスケアクロー中に3両
That is
キックする
crazy.
とこんな感じで次に入る。
So that's her power up that we were just looking at, that icon. During that, in Scarecrow, you do
両キック。
3 both kicks. Not 3, sorry. Down forward, both kicks. And this
Wow,
attack
that
is
used to be
performed.
her heat smash.
例えばまあこういうのをガードさせて使うと非常に使い勝手いいです、ね。
Why are they doing this?
And so it's good to keep your opponent out, get in a Scarecrow,
スラッシュガードさせた後とかに
and then hit with the low attack.
And that low was negative 14.
So from the slash kick is a very viable option.
Oh wait, they buffed that too?
はい、あとはですね、まあ、この先ほど紹介した後ろ両パンチですね。
Alrighty.
これが、ヒット、まあ、この強化状態の時に両パンチを押すと
Whoa.
かっこいい
She's she's got a follow up to
でマイ
that
ナスフレー
with
ムを
heat.
有利フレームに
No,
変え
not with
て
heat.
削りを
With the
取れると。
So
The
in this
enhanced
power up
state, the
state,
install.
this particular move we just talked about gets stronger too. You have less negative frames on block, and you do a bit of chip damage.
はい。あとはですね、
less negative frames
And
on block.
Gets stronger too. So
That looks
in this
plus
power up
to me,
state,
my
this particular
friend.
move we just talked about gets strong bit of chip damage.
Wow.
はい。あとはですね、
That man said less
と
less negative frames on block. That's
あ
actually
の強化
plus.
状態中に
It's crazy. He's still right, but
この
wow.
パワークラッシュあるんですけども、実際、相手の攻撃を受け止めると中段パワークラッシュなんですけど、
So they're making sure Zafina is
攪拌がなくな
understood
ってます。マイ
good.
ナス9で。
You know,
You can
people are on the
see,
fence,
in the powered up
but you
state,
know,
this
shadow
power
happens.
crush is no longer punishable when you're in the powered up state.
But now they're like, okay, let's make it obvious
こんな
that this
感じですね。
character is really good.
So you have these kind of options. かっこいいね。
はい。という感じでアザゼルの力をふんだんに使いつつ自分も自称するので。
Am I missing something?
ご注意っていうような
What gives her this?
So you have access to really cool
state here.
Azazel's powers, but
If she just hits you with the
you do
Azazel
life
attack?
damage to yourself.
はい。あともう何キャラいけます？
あと2キャラ
2キャラぐらい。
Time for 2 more characters if we go quickly.
キングとかいきます？
King.
使用率高い。
King いいじゃん。
キン
キ
グ。
ングはまあ確かにね使ってる
Let's go
人
to King since he's quite popular, right?
Oh, here we go.
間違えた。
Everyone's complaining. Steve,
All right, here we go.
whatever their character is, right?
Get ready for the next battle.
The main man asked if I knew someone from the balance
キングは
team.
ですね、まあ、ジ
I
ャガー
don't.
スプリントの遊びの拡充しつつ、
Oh, there we go. I see it.
の強化
He just flashed
を
during
行
the
っ
Jaguar
てい
sprint.
て、まあ、弱体化した点で言うと、まあ、これですね、この技がさすがにちょっと守りの要素として強すぎたので、はい、まず弱くなったとこからいきまし
So you can see, first we'll start off with what's been weakened with him, which
これ
is
が
the stance
まあ
here.
硬直が10フレーム伸びているのと、攻撃を受け止めた時のダメージが
Recovery.
もともと 50% だったのが 100% ダメージを受けるようになってます。
And he used to only received 50 damage, 50% of the damage of the attack, where now he receives 100% of that damage.
はい。で、まあ、代わりにといってはなんですけども、まあ、新技の LKRPRP ですね。
This is a new attack he has now.
Hey.
Left kick, right punch, right punch.
これがですね、
Yo, he goes to Jaguar sprint?
貯めることができてジャガースプリントに行けると。
You can also hold, and then you can
Wait.
also go into
Wait a
Jaguar
minute.
sprint.
Hey, he can hold it. Okay, so that is his wall combo ender. Oh, it's time. It's time. Oh, they sped up. Okay, Killer Prince. Yeah, that is. Standing 3 isn't 17 frames no more. I was afraid of that. They sped it up. It's actually 15 now.
で2発目カウンターで、まあ、連
Oh,
続
that
ヒット
string
に
is
なるの
punishable. Of
で
course it's punishable.
If the second hit hits, then
But he can
it
charge
is a normal combo, natural combo,
こんな感じで、まあ、攻めにも
Bro,
使え
that's
ます。
damage.
and you can use it up to follow up.
こんな感じで、まあ、攻めにも使えます。
Yo, look at that.
Natural combo.
こんな感じで、まあ、攻めにも
Bro, the zoom in, it knocks down on counter hit.
使えますよと。
And you can use it up to follow up.
Okay, so that
sequence of-
that justifies it being float punishable on block. Because everyone else's slides give them a free hit and all that stuff.
Attacks.
Okay.
あとは立ち途中 RP で、まあ、ここからもジャガースプリントに行こ
While standing right punch now lets you transition to the Jaguar sprint.
う。後ろを入れとくと、まあ、行かないっていう選択。
Yeah. While standing 2-2 with a Jaguar sprint. Wait. Oh, my side. Hold up. Woohoo. Okay. No. No, these king changes are funny. But they're good though. That like a little too good. That's why it's funny. All right. Let's go back, chat. Hold up. Let's go back. Just a moment, dear. Hold up. So they nerf muscle armor.
RP ですね。
This is a new attack that he has now. A left kick.
What they say? So it does. He loses 100%, right? So it's a regular power crush now. They didn't show the recovery on it though.
Attack, where now he receives 100% of that damage.
はい。で、
That is crazy. They made King's muscle armor weaker. And they turn around, okay. All right.
まあ、代わりにと言ってはなんですけども、
Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of the move? That 50% was great. It made sense. He's supposed to be, I'm Mr. Muscle, this, that, and this. Now he's losing the same amount with the same risk.
No.
But okay,
Machine
whatever.
L
This string
kick.
here. So it looks like they buffed Jaguar
貯める
sprint
ことがで
too.
きて、
Yeah,
ジャガースプリン
he
ト
flashes
Cannot-
orange right there. You see that?
貯めることがで
Boom, like this. Okay, so this is like phase 2. This is the enhanced mode. Okay.
きて、ジャガースプリントに行けると。
You can also hold, and then you can also
Plus
go
nine.
into Jaguar sprint.
で、2発目カウンターで、
Okay,
まあ連続
okay.
ヒットになるので
Let's just let it play.
If
just
the
let it
second
play.
hit hits, then it is a normal
Xeon with the
combo.
raid. I thank you for that,
Natural
Xeon
combo.
versus. Shout outs to you, brother.
こんな感じで、
Hope
ま
you
あ
had a
攻め
great
にも使え
stream.
ますよと。
And you can use it up to follow up
Bro, that slide looks like it
sequence
hurts
of attacks.
a lot.
あとは立ち
That
途
was
中
counter hit though.
RP で、まあ、ここからもジャガースプリントに行こ
While standing right punch now lets you transition
Bro.
to the Jaguar sprint.
う。後ろを入れとくと、
Wow.
行かないっていう選択肢も取れます。
You can also hold back to not sprint.
で、
I'm gonna
ジ
just
ャガ
let
ー
it
スプ
play.
リン
I'm
ト
gonna
で
let
行
it
っ
play.
て
See what else you
走る
got.
と、まあ、ちょっと赤いエフェクトが出るんですけど、まあ、この時から出せるジャガースプリント中の技がそれぞれ強化されています。
And you'll notice he changes color slightly
Oh,
after
wow.
running a few steps. during that, and you have access to his normal moves from sprint, but they're powered up.
I wish they
versions
didn't
after
have-
you see that effect.
無料のアップデートっすよね。
もちろん無料ですまあヒート中は、
This is a free update.
常にパワーアップ版が出ます
何
ヒート中は常に
Oh, they nerfed it.
Also, during heat, regardless of how long you've run,
Okay, I'm not gonna let it play. I gotta
ま
talk
あヒー
about
ト中
this.
は、
this is a free update.
常にパワーアップ版が出ます
Regular hit. Wait a minute. That's plus 26 though. That's a big nerf. That's a really big nerf. Even though counter hit, it doesn't do anything. I assume it does that on regular hit too. They just fly back like that. They're not exactly knocked down, but they're in a state to where they can't low parry something. Like if you were to do a 4-4 neutral 2, it looks like they can't low parry that. It's 2 plus.
ヒート中は常にパワーアップ版が
Also, during heat, regardless of how long you
Oh, it-
ran, the power up. Will,
Wait, that's regular
also
hit.
during
パワーアップ
So
版
if he
が出ま
does
す
the orange
ヒー
flash,
ト中は常にパワーアップ版が
also during heat, regardless of
So it's like
how
the
long
heat
you've
one,
ran,
but without heat.
the power up will happen.
であとは投げの優位性を向上するっていう
What'd he say?
Will happen during heat, regardless of how long you've ran. The power up will happen.
であとは投げ
That's
の優位性
crazy.
を向上するって
So
いう
that
と
means
ころ
the
で
slide is always gonna knock down with heat.
ヒート状態であればもう普段の
Bro.
この走ってからこれとジャイアントスイングはまあホーミングじゃないんですけどヒート中はホーミングになります
Heat to no.
はい
And during heat only, the giant swing and shining
Like a
wizard
homing
will
effect.
be homing now. You can see the effect added.
こんな感じで、はい、ホーミングになって投げが通りやすくなります
So it'll be easier to throw.
あとは壁投げですねこんな感じで、はい、
So they, my friends, didn't they take that away? Wait, we're going back in time, ain't we? Didn't they take that away from the first season? And I was trying to tell you people now, but I get to tell you guys what I was telling you guys before. You guys remember when throws were homing for everybody? Even they're up 1+2 for everyone? Extra utility for throws? And the counter hits were harder to break for everybody? Throws were good and useful for everybody. And everyone thought, okay, a throw buff for the entire cast is king. It's only king. King only benefits from this. And you guys complained. And these dudes said, okay, let's take it away from everybody. So everybody's throws are trash again. You guys remember that, right? I remember. I was alive when that happened. I remember that. No, the throws were homing. No, they can't sidestep it. King is going to be so broken with that. They said, okay. Throws are once again useless. Easily breakable. Easily breakable. King gets to keep his ambiguous throw mix-ups and stuff, you know, the stuff that actually allows him to throw people at all. Because if they weren't ambiguous, he would never land a throw in high level. Anytime you watch a Tekken tournament, you would never see King land a single throw. If he didn't have those ambiguous throws, he wouldn't land a single throw. Ever. I'm just letting you know. But anyways, okay. You guys complained and got that taken away. Okay. Now they bring it back. And instead of everyone getting it back, it's just him. Woo-wee. Oh, you cannot make this stuff up. Really, dudes? Okay, I'm happy because King actually he's got something from Heat now besides the Heat Smash. Hopefully they nerfed the crap out of his heat smash. Because at first he didn't have no purpose with heat smash, with his heat, besides just doing a heat smash. Because the armor, the point, that was trash. Let's be honest. It was trash. But heat smash was all he could do. So now we got a homing giant swing and shining wizard. Oh my goodness, you guys are funny. Bro, this is crazy. I didn't even expect nothing like that. Homing giant swing and shining wizard, but it's heat only. Okay. Exactly, Armor King. Yeah, I remember from the CNT, they did have automatic blue sparks. That would have been good. They didn't need to do anything else to King with his heat. They should have just kept the auto blue sparks. But they took that away for no reason at all. And now that we get a souped up Jaguar sprint now. Okay.
So it'll be easier to throw.
あとは壁投げですね。これジャガースプリントに行ってここ追撃確定するようになりました。非常に強いです。
Also throwing into the wall, you can follow up with the Jaguar sprint.
はい。かなりまあプロレスライクな投げ技だったり。
Bro, I got chill bumps. Are you serious?
まあ
It is. Wait, that's a combo?
はい。かなりまあプロレスライクな投げ技だったり壁投げとかが強くなったりしているのと、まあ、新技もジャガースプリントに行きやすい技が追加されていて、まあ、機動力が増しつついい技が。
Golly, that single hit does a lot of damage. Bro, so this Irish whip went from being total trash, useless garbage to possibly too good now. They should have just left me in charge of King. Yo, I need to apply to be a balanced developer or something, because I would have told them to just give him back his old Irish whip with the actual extensions. That way, when King's back is to the wall, you keep it giant swing or the Batista lift and choke throw. So with this, what's the purpose of doing the lift and choke throw? Any of you guys know? What? 38 damage and then you get combo. What's the purpose of the lift and choke throw now? Maybe I'm jumping the gun. You guys over on YouTube, thank you. Thank you for the support, guys. Yo, King is insane. Yo. This is crazy. What? Mike Hollow, King J, and others on a live compared Evo 37 to you and JDCR. Oh, really? Thank you, Money Mike, with the super chat. I have to take a look at that. That's pretty dope. Thank you, thank you. Wow, though, that is okay. Okay, let's try and go back here. Wow. Let's go back. So the 3 is the strongest option, but I think that lariat is going to be the best thing because he recovers faster. So he could do like a sidestep into a resplat or something.
The Jaguar sprint.
So all his follow-ups are free? That is crazy. Is the throw still homie?
はい。かなりまあプロレスライクな投げ技だったり壁投げとかが強くなったりしているのと、まあ、新技もジャガースプリントに行きやすい技が追加されていて、まあ、機動力が増しつつ投げも 豊富に仕掛けられるようになってます。代わりに今この辺が弱くなってます。
So basically, his throw game is improved, Jaguar sprint, mini transitions, but that stance where you receive your opponent's attacks and then go into that stance has been weakened.
あとせっかくなんでもう一個だけ見せたい
What
の
do you
が
say?
That stance, but that stance where you receive your opponent's attacks and then go into that stance has been weakened.
Oh,
あ
they're
とせっ
talking
か
about
くなんで
muscle
もう一個
armor.
だけ見せたいのが
One more.
まあ、シーズン2からこれ全キャラクターなんですけども、投げを仕掛けた側が相手に投げを抜けられた場合、投げ抜けダメージが相手に入るようになってるんです。
抜けられるとダメージが入るってことですか？
Thank you, GTI, with the gift sub to Bat Majin. Yo, what a name. Thank you, bro. Thank you for that gift sub. And thank you, Godric, with the Prime. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support. Thank you, guys. This is crazy, though. Yo, King is going to be a monster. Even he's already a monster, but wow.
Knee damage. King.
まあ、ジンの体力見ててください。
Okay, so
Look at
this is
Jin's,
what you guys
life
were.
gauge.
こういった感じで
Chip
回復
damage
可能
from
投
breaking
げ
a
を仕掛け
throw.
た側が相手のガードを読み勝って投げを仕掛けてるので、なるほど、回復可能体力でダメージが入る。
So it does a slight damage to your opponent even if they throw escape, but it's recoverable damage.
はい、これがシーズン
What is this,
全体
Mortal
の
Kombat?
調整に関わる変更ですね。
Yo, Mortal Kombat, you lose damage for breaking throws on there. And I think Soul Calibur as well. So I guess they're going with the most popular fighting games mechanics now, huh? They're trying to get those MK sales. Yeah, you do the throw and they break it, but they lose.
キングだけじゃないですよね。
はい、全
That's
キャラクター
not just King, but all characters.
All right, here we go again, chat. Every character's throws do chip damage on a successful break. So they really want throws to be good in this game. That's been their intention the entire time. If we left it up to them, they will have throws be like a true guess and be homing and unbreakable on counter hit. If it was up to them, that's how throws would act. But the community at large, they take throw buffs and they just only associate it with King. And that's where the problem happens there.
こういった感じで
So it's like only
投
King
げを
is
仕掛けた側が相手のガードを
the
読み
big
勝って投げを
culprit
仕掛けてる
and
ので、
benefactor of universal changes
回
like
復可能
this.
体力で
But that's kind of a whatever thing. I don't know why they need chip damage on a successful throw break. But that is kind of interesting on how the meta of the game is going to go now. Like, are people going to be like, okay, let me throw you more because you lose damage either way. And you're going to want to get that chip damage back. You're going to want to recover that. And that's going to make you do quick attacks that can possibly be sidestepped and launched. So it's going to create more mind games. Straight up. That's what I'm thinking. Because it looks like the frames are the same.
ダメージが入る。
So it does a slight damage to your opponent even if they throw escape, but it's recoverable damage.
That's crazy though. Like they
はい、これが
they were supposed to have been
シーズン
reducing chip damage. They keep adding more. This is a whole new mechanic of more chip damage.
全体の調整に関わる変更ですね。
キングだけじゃないですよね。
Okay, I think they
Not
were
just King,
done
but
with King
all
after that.
characters.
Okay, so let's talk about King for a second. I think this changed. Like, you guys remember I had a wish list about Tekken 8 King of what I wanted. I wanted them to buff stuff like his aerial multi throws, like he breaks their legs and then he throws them over, or he does a giant swing. I wanted them to buff the damage on stuff like that. This
During
Jaguar
that,
sprint
and you,
stuff?
have access to his normal moves from sprint, but they're powered up
No.
versions after you see that
無
effect.
料のアップデートっすよね。
もちろん無料です。まあヒート中は、
So their buff. So
常に
King's
パワーボタンが
weakness, one of his weaknesses was his offense. I would say. Like his Oki was always godlike, right? Oki is one part of offense. But I'm talking about once the guy hits you, those follow-ups weren't all that. But now it's like they are all that and a man. Like, geez.
何何
ヒート中は常にパワーアップ版が
Also, during heat, regardless of how long you've
All right,
ran,
so I see.
the power
Let's go back to
will
this
happen. And then you can also,
this string right here,
まあまず
guys.
弱くなっ
This
たとこ行きまし
so you can see,
This is
first
gonna
we'll
be
start
his
off with
wall
what's
combo
been
ender,
weakened
right?
with him, which
これ
is
が
the stance.
たイメージが
He receives
けども、まあ、新技の
now a left kick.
PRP ですね
okay, this right here. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a huge problem. I don't think y'all understand. This is my first time seeing this stuff, but I think this is gonna be huge, chat. If this is what I think it is. So when King takes you to the wall, he's gonna do this string right here to end the combo. Like, let's say he takes you to the wall. He's already used tornado and all that stuff, yada yada. He takes you to the wall. He does the heat burst. And then this string comes out. Not the quick one. He's gonna do
This is
the
a new
first two
attack. He
hits.
has now a left kick, right punch,
And
right
he's gonna
punch.
charge that last hit.
これがですね
That last hit's gonna do a lot of damage. Which is what I always wanted. I always wanted King to have a wall combo ender. Just doing the string, the charging it, get that last powerful hit, and then you do your regular Oki. That's what I wanted. But that's not what we got. We got that and more. So you're gonna eat this big elbow on the low wall slump.
溜めることが
And then he's gonna do a Jaguar sprint after that. With heat activated. And the low Jaguar
ジャ
slide
ガースプリントに行けると
You can also
knocks
hold,
down now. And it
and
does
you can also
what looks
go
like
into
30
Jaguar
damage.
sprint.
で2発目カウンターで
Bro.
まあ、連続ヒットになるので
You gotta guess for your
If the
life.
second hit hits, then it is a normal combo, natural combo.
こんな感じでまあ
Yo, you gotta. This is. Yo, look at that. You flip and fall. And it looks like. Yo, I hope the opponent can tech roll right here. But if they can't, that means that's a guaranteed, like,
使えますよ
get up kick or something. I'm saying at the wall. Bro, that's insane. You're gonna lose so much life against King now? I always wanted a wall combo ender, but I wanted the Oki to be something not brain dead, something not automatic. Cause this
You
is
can use
looking
that to
like
follow up,
this is like Armor King in season
sequence of
4.
attacks.
You guys remember he had the
あと
down
は立ち途中
243 ender?
RPRP で
And you had
ここから
to
もジャガース
guess
プリント
or he would stomp you
While
out?
standing right punch, now let you
Or do while
transition to a
standing
Jaguar
forward?
sprint.
後ろを入れとくと
That's kind of like
行か
a
ないっていう
souped
選
up
択肢
version of the Armor King wall
Thomas.
combo ender now.
You can also hold back to not sprint.
This is just my head canon here. This is just theory fighting, but
で、ジャガ
I'm
ースプリント
really
で行っ
sure
て両
that
走ると
last hit
まあちょっ
is
と
gonna
赤い
hit the low
エフェ
wall
クトが出るん
slump,
ですけど
do a
まあ
lot
こ
of
の時
damage,
から
and
出
then
せ
you
る
gotta guess from
ジャガースプリ
Jaguar
ント中
sprint.
の技がそれぞれ強化されています
And you'll
You gotta
notice
guess
he
from
changes
armor
color slightly
Jaguar
after running a few
sprint.
steps. During that, and you have access to his normal moves from sprint, but they're powered up
Bro,
versions
that is
after you see that
crazy.
again.
無料のアップデートっすよね。
もちろん無料ですまあヒート中は、
This is a free update.
常にパワ
That
ーアップ版
is
が出ます
crazy.
何々
ヒート中は常にパワーアップ
So, okay. King launches you, right? Takes you to the wall. Heat burst. 3-hit string, charge the last hit. Jaguar sprint. You guessed wrong on the low. You get hit by the low. Guaranteed get up 3 after the low, probably. King could just close his eyes. Mash R1 for the heat smash. Heat smash still hits grounded, right? Well, we don't know. But if it does, it's like okay, you got to block or get hit by that heat smash. Whether you lay on the ground, whether you tech roll to the left or to the right. Heat smash is coming after that. and then you gotta guess again. Bro, that is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, King is gonna be super strong just based off of this here. I don't know what they're gonna do with his pokes, but
Also during heat, regardless of
if
how
he
long
still
you
has a
grind,
counter hit down
the
for a
power-up
2-1 combo.
will happen.
であとは投げの
Okay,
優
so
位性
there
を向
there are
上
some
する
things. Yo, King is gonna be number one. He's gonna be the best character in the game. If that key charge stuff is what I think it is, like 150% on a throw, yeah, he'll be top one. He'll be top one. But it's just me jumping
っ
the
ていうとこ
gun.
ろでですね
Yeah,
ヒート状態であれば、まあ、普段の
because they're gonna they nerfed muscle armor. Okay, muscle armor is
走ってから
nerfed,
これ
but that doesn't mean it's
ジャイア
completely
ントスイングはまあ
useless.
ホーミングじゃない
Then
んで
he's
すけど
got the
ヒー
other
ト中は
power
ホーミン
crushes
グ
to
になりま
choose
す
from that are still good.
Heat
But they
to-
buffed his
Hi.
heat though,
And during heat only.
and that's huge. With
the
Tekken 8,
giant swing and
a wall combo ender and heat utility are everything. King didn't have no wall combo ender, guys. He didn't have a wall combo ender. Now he does. But they were like, oh, that's not enough. Let's give him super heat, super casino time. Okay.
and Shining
Like a
Wizard
homing
will
effect.
be homing now. You can
That
see it.
everyone can do.
こんな感じで、はい、
Irish
ホーミングにな
whip
って
at the wall.
投げが通りやすくなります
So, it'll be
So it's
easier
like the
to
lift
throw.
and choke
あと
throw.
は壁投げですねこれ
Yeah, I
デバスプリン
can't
ト
I
に
can't see the use of it now. Am I blind? What do you guys see? Like last I checked, Irish whip was homing, right? It's homing, it's a double break. It's 12 frames. They don't break it. They get a pure wall splat. You think it's only
こ
like
こ
this
追
with
撃
heat?
確定するようになりました非常に強いです
Also, throwing into the wall, you can follow up with the Jaguar Sprint.
Well, let's hope it is. If it's only heat, then okay. It's not. That would make sense if it's only heat. But I doubt it.
人気だな。
はいかなりまあプロレスライクな投げ技だったり壁投げとかが強くなったりしているのと、まあ、新技もジャガースプリントに行きやすい
Yeah, Irish whip looks like.
技が追加されていて
Yeah, it's the only thing. It doesn't have any
豊
ambiguous
富に仕掛
like
けられるようになっ
animation.
てます代わりに今この辺が弱くなってます
So basically, his throw game is improved. Jaguar Sprint.
Yeah, King
mid
is OD.
transitions.
But we'll see. We'll see what they do with like 4-4 neutral 2 and down forward 2 push stuff like that. Yeah, his poke game was pretty good. Not really on the lows. His low pokes weren't all that, but the mid and highs were. They really were. So yeah, if they're doing everyone like this, then yeah, this game is about to be like season 3 of Tekken 7. Well, worse, a lot worse than season 3 of Tekken 7.
But
With how crazy
that,
and nutty everything
stance where
is.
you receive your opponent's attack.
All right, let's see Yoshi. I see
I
Yoshi.
It
出てるので
does a slight damage, but it's recoverable damage.
はいこれが
じゃないですよね。吉光
陣吉光
Let's do
お割れてる
Get ready for the next
人
battle.
気なんだな。
まあ吉光はですねまあまあなんだろうもともとシーズンかなり強かったので主に2点弱体化が入っていて
It was quite strong.
はい
There's two major areas where he was nerfed.
一つが、まあ、用途を使った、各種攻撃のダメージと体力回復量が減ったっていうのが一つ
So what do they do
So
with
less
Yoshi here?
damage and less health recovered when using the sword.
なので吉光がコンボを決めてるとなぜかものすごい体力が回復していく
Okay, he
んですけ
gets
ど
less
それが、
recoverable health.
かな
Okay.
り、回復しないようになってます
You might have had the image that just doing a combo gave Yoshi back so much health, and that's been adjusted.
あと皆さん気になって
That's
る
right.
吉光ブレードなんですけど
You guys remember that
硬直が伸
Twitter
びてる
combo where Yoshi had nothing. They had a full recoverable health bar. And it was on Lee's stage. And he did a combo that gave him pretty much all of this back in one combo. That is what you call broken.
And longer recovery on the flash now.
はい、硬直は5フレーム伸びた
Ah,
の
that's
で
good.
まあ、反撃は、シーズン1
That's a great change.
So it's easier for opponents to counter on a whiffed flash.
なるほ
これかなり好評。
ど、はい、その代わりに、まあ、神話地雷馬ですね、吉光のこの下と両パンチで出る地雷馬、ここは結構、この技を使える展開が作れるようになってて、新技の QLPLP これですね、これがヒット時に
He's had a few power-ups though.
Doc Green, you're just gonna have to use
this
it to
new
your
move,
advantage. Oh, you got a new
up
move
forward,
to
left punch. Now
what's
goes
that?
into
Flea
flea.
stance, yeah.
はい、地雷馬にヒット時いけるんですけども、これカウンターで今浮きましたよね。
It launched on counter.
はい、カウンターで浮くようになってます。地雷馬からの
Okay.
両パンチがカウンターヒットでコンボ指導になってます。
So
It just
both
seems like they're
punches
just
go
giving
free,
you
now
way
goes into
more
counter.
ways to go into these stances and mix people up.
あとは、
あれ侍方だっけ下段のくるってやつ。
Yeah, it's just
ああ、そう、これね、
offense. They were supposed to be showing defense,
例え
right?
ばこれしゃがみ帰着で吉光悪さできるんじゃないかなと思うんですけど、
So people are kind of wondering what would happen with Yoshimitsu now that you can go crouching
地
after
雷馬かなり
engager.
出せるまでのタイミング遅らせないと出せないので先行入力効かないので、
He
But
can't
for
do it
this
right
move,
away.
It's one where
こんな感
input
じ
buffering is
今入れ
not
てますけど、
available, so that you can't just easily mix your opponent up with
なので
a samurai cutter after
待って
that.
からじゃないと出ないようになってます。
You have to wait for recovery.
Okay. I guess that's okay.
People are happy with that.
はい、
ね
まあっていうところがまあいろいろあるんですけど、まあ、地雷馬が強くなってる
So
代わりに
they're not gonna show
アップグレードだったり
anything about like
タイ
his
プの
Oki and
回復量
stuff,
とか
right?
が調整されて、まあ、バランスを取られて、
They should have.
So you know,
Honestly,
obviously,
they
he has
should have
some cool new
made
stuff,
the
but
low
some of the
sword.
things that really stood out, like health
That should
recovery
have
and blade and
launched
flash,
them back turn
were adjusted.
so that he can't get a ridiculous combo.
もう時間だな。いらない。
でいろいろね用意したんだけどちょっと時間が
原さん今日有給でいつまでもできるか。
まあでも別に出勤にしてもいいし変えても
じゃあ
Fire Murray. I don't think this
Jin
is on him.
Jin
It's on the
Jin
balance team.
最後じゃない
He's
Our
him and Harada are just
This
the
is really the last
ファイナルファイナル
spokespersons.
ラストですか、
はい
We'll do Jin.
They get
because
all of
he's
the
had
blame.
Quite a bit of changes
あのさ
too.
投げ
ゴールデンファイナルラストですよこれ
投げ抜けダ
They're
メージ
doing- yeah, they're getting all of the blame for
あれで
this.
KO なんない
なりません。
はい
い
But they're not the
言い忘れまし
ones
今までのルールと
making
一緒だ
these
から
changes.
大丈夫ですよ
So
回復
the
可能なんで
throw escape damages.
Did I smile when I saw the throat?
Um,
Nah,
so
I
obviously
didn't.
you're not gonna
That's like
kill
a
someone.
whatever.
Battle.
Yeah, I think that's a whatever change, but
Hi.
it could
Jin
open up a
はですね
different
まあジンもすごい強か
meta
った
for
の
the
で
game
まあ
with
特に小技
throws
が
doing
強
chip
かったの
damage
で
on
小技
break.
が軒並みちょっとまあ弱体化が入ってます。
But I don't see
So
what
Jin was
like
quite
that's
strong. So
that's
a
like
lot of these really
another nerf
useful,
to
pokes
defense,
have been toned down a bit.
which is
例えば
the opposite of what they
代
advertise.
表的な逆アンツあるけどこれマイナス9だったのがマイナス10になって
This was -9, is now -10.
Uh-oh.
で2RP
2-1-4
この下段
is
これのカウ
punishable?
ンターがトルネードじゃなくなってます。
Oh, counter hit? It doesn't do a launcher. Wow, it
So you
hurts
can't go to
still.
combo anymore.
But it doesn't launch
あとで
anymore.
すねこれですねこの QRP
Oh, that's minus
これもマイナス
10 too.
10になってて確定反撃にいけるようになって
Up forward RP is now -12. 12.
10
10. Sorry, 10.
I already knew
まあ
that,
その代わ
Doc
りに
Green.
斬
Yeah,
新
these,
だったり
yeah, that's how it
踏み込みステ
is.
ップヒート状態などの要素を強化してます。
Yeah, that's how it is.
That said, he
Usually,
does have some cool new stuff from
Wow,
Zanshin.
running
and
three
also
into a
from
Zen?
Step
キック
in.
から前を入れとくことで
so every change we've
Zanshin
seen, it's
So,
just been
after the slash, you can
offense,
hold forward
offense,
against
offense, and
Zanshin.
less defense.
しゃがんだ状態で、まあ、この3
Oh, that's a
が
launcher.
発生が早くなってます。
The while
So they took the
crashing,
down two
down
launch
forward right
and gave
kick,
it to the full crouch
has a
low.
bit more reach now.
これ実際
But at least that's launch
24だったの
punishable
が
on block.
21になってます。
And you gotta
its,
do it from crouch, so
startup
yeah, that
is
makes
from,
sense.
It was 24, now 21.
あと同じくこれも24か5だったのが21に速くなってるので
This one
下
as
段の使い
well
勝手が良くなりました。
was 24, now down to 21, so his lows are a bit better. Besides down to.
Wow, they nerfed Jin. They nerfed the crazy stuff. But boy, the Jin players can easily pivot
あとヒ
from
ット
that
状態です
214
ね。
nerf. They can easily pivot from that. Jin's got so many
ヒット
moves.
状態で、まあ、前々両パン
What
チ
the heck was that?
追加されて
During heat, he has forward both punches.
ちょっとですね。
Not this one, the flying one.
これですね。
The one where he kind of spins.
Bro, that better not be a
構
homing
え
move.
にいけるようになってます。
And then go into.
Because it looks like he
the
ducks first and then he
stance.
flies.
難しい
いや
That is
も
crazy.
う
So they
違うのやろうかなと思って。
Jin needed more heat utility, guys. Wow.
あとは
Wow, Jin needed more heat. He needed better heat. Oh, and that's a heat engager.
あとはですね。
Wow. So he got a flying. So he got the Devil Jin move now.
斬新中のこの RP が切りもみが追加されてまして、こんな感じで切りもみが起こせ
You
る
can。see during Zanshin, right punch goes into the strong tail spin.
Wow, strong aerial tail spin.
いや、これは普通にいけますね。ちょっと。
構えから
Jin's combos didn't hurt enough. He didn't even have one at first, did he?
こんな感じでコンボができたりします。
So you can see it leads to different combo routes.
Yeah, I don't even think Jin had one.
はい。っていう感じで、まあ結構まあ他にもいろいろ入ってる
But
んで
now
す
he
けど、
does and it hurts. Wow.
まあジンもまあ弱く小技は弱くなりつつも、まあそのデビルパ
So
ワ
he
ーを
just
使っ
buffed
たり、
his combo damage
まあ
and
い
his
ろん
heat
な、
utility.
斬新含めた展開が作れるようになってて、まあシーズン1よりどんどん楽しくなってるんじゃないかと思ってるので、まあおすすめのキャラクターです。
So a
So a lot of
bona
his
fide top
useful,
5 character from
pokes,
season
can
1
be in
gets some
stuff is
buffs.
nerfed, but some of his powers
It's like the
from
buffs
stances and things
are
have
outweighing the
made it a little
nerfs.
bit more fun.
まあ、総じて言うと
Because he doesn't have to do
新しいおもちゃは用意されているっていう
そうですね。
he doesn't have to do up forward.
こう
What?
いう切りもみも追加されてて、まあかなり
What was
ゲー
that?
ム楽しくなってます。
はい
こういう切りもみも追加されてて、まあかなりそうです。
ナーフがあっても新しいおもちゃは用意されているっていう
そうですね。
ですかね。
まあこういう切りもみも追加
Wow,
さ
they
れてて、
gave him another. So he's got.
ジンも楽しくなってます。
That looked like the
So although
Leo
it's been nerfed, you
move.
can tell
and
there's some fun
Lars.
new stuff to try out.
はい。という感じでちょっとたくさん持ってきましたがなかなか紹介できずすいませんが、あと1週間後なので、
はい、もうしばらくますから。
まあそうだね。
So sorry we could only get to a few characters today, but 1 week later you're going to have access to it yourself. So we hope you're looking forward to it.
それまでぜひランクマッチリセットがありますんで、大
That's
丈夫ですので、
はい。
はい、
Dynamic
自
entry
身の
3.
最高段位を更新していただいて、シーズン2に備えていただければなと思います。
I had to last frame bender. I know you don't like it, but yeah.
そうですね。
残る。
So
I got to see everyone's
So I was just
opinions.
mentioning, continue
about
playing ranked up
this.
because even if you end up, at a lower rank than you were previously, the end of the season will look at your highest rank achieved. So you shouldn't worry about it. Try your best.
はい、
はい。睡眠不足でデバフ気味で。
Should I miss something?
すいませんでした。
はい、じゃあ
カレーというバフ。
最後にワントピックスだけ。
What they do?
トルネードじゃなくて、あとですね。
Up forward RP is now minus.
まあその代わりに
That said, he
There
does
was
have some
something
cool
else
new
from
stuff.
Heat, right?
Forward to go into
4か5だったのが21と同じ値段の使い方。
I'm trying to see what else. Okay, here it is. So it was from this move, right?
まあ前々両パンチっていうものが
And it goes
during
into
heat. He has forward
the crouch
both
dash.
punches.
ちょっと待ってくださいね。
Not this one.
That is a crazy
the
move.
flying one. Second one.
これですね。
Oh, it's 25
One where he
frames. It's kind of slow.
spins.
まあ、ここから
かっこいいな。
前に
Okay.
行けるようになってます。
And then go into the stance.
Oh, okay.
Go into,
So he goes in, so that's the Omen stance.
まあ、ここから
かっこいいな。
構えに
Yeah, that's only heat. Okay.
And then go into
But wow, negative 14 hell sweep? Yeah, they just increased the offense even more with season 2.
the stance.
So Brian and Lars can still launch it, but everyone else just gotta hold that.
もう違うのやろうかなと思って
No.
Wow, Jen needed buffs.
はい
Jen needed buffs like
あ
that.
とは
Yeah, and that move there, heat engager and heat dash launch. Wow. That is
あと
crazy.
はですね
So that was pretty much everything, right? As far as the balance changes.
意見はまだ厳密に言うといつでも募集中なので、
After summer?
意見は言い続けてほしいんですけど、まあ
So
前回
for
の
the
リキャップか
summer
ら
is
い
going to
く
be a
と、
returning.
もともとファンに直接って意味でいろんなイベントで
What is the
コミ
next
ュニティの
slide?
人
One was displayed first, and that kind of gives a different impression depending on how you lay out the survey itself.
The
I think
best
quite
defense
quickly
is
after
offense?
the
Yeah, I guess
top line,
so.
he said depending on if he did on his
So
X
they
with
didn't
a
show any
different,
defensive
layout, might
mechanics.
change the details. And then also, X is
こう実は割と増えてきてる意見で一番多かったのはリターニングキャラクターいわゆる復活キャラですよね。
はい、
復活キャラなのか新キャラなのかゲストなのか
So we got the Pac-Man stage.
なんか結構折衷案じゃないですけどこれ意外と
The
多か
one
った
from
んですよ。
Tekken 7 was pretty good. I wonder if this one's
コメン
going to
ト
be
でそれ
great.
がわからないっていうのが
Hope the
一
music
番
is
あれ
good.
で、
賛否というよりはこっちは結構
そうだね他はトレーラー見たりして楽しみたいからっていうまあ
What if they do
ファンの
like a
方も
remix from
迷
the
ってる
Tekken
人も多い
7
の
one?
で
That would be
そういう意
dope,
味で言う
right?
とそこは教えてほしいってことだったんでこれ色のカラーのヒントとともに
そうこれ色がヒ
そうですね
ントになる
復活キャラなのかオリジナルの新キャラなのかゲストなのかを分かるようにしました
Oh, okay, okay, they got it.
And so we made some
Returning,
changes to
returning,
this
new.
slide so that you can see what's coming with a
So the new
high
character
degree
gets
of
their own
fidelity.
stage.
One of the things that was interesting when we were asking people's opinion on this matter was, whether you like the traditional route we've taken or if you want to know all of them at the same time. Outside of that, the people who said that they would like to know at least whether it's a returning character or not was actually quite a lot. So we decided
Most
to try
people
to add
Do
that
want to know
aspect the
everything what
slide.
they're buying,
Also, you notice the coloring of this might
Kills
give you
the
some
hype.
hints as well.
but
でステージに関
they
しては
do
も
it
う
right,
ほぼ
it
出ちゃって
won't.
るんですけど
パックマン
Yeah,
45
Street
周
Fighter's
年
been doing it just
45周
fine.
年で
完全新規の
かなり実は凝ったステージ
そうですね
で
ギミックも盛り
Kodak,
だくさん
come on, bro.
BGM 結
I saw that
構
tweet.
頑張り
Yeah,
ました
I saw that tweet. That was
ギミ
crazy.
ック頑張りましたなんで結構楽
Which
し
one is
み
Armor King?
なステージになる
I'm sure it's the summer character.
And so you can see the stage is made pretty much public, right? So something based on the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man. It's not a rework of anything from the past. It's brand new. The soundtrack to it is actually pretty bomb. And then it also has
The
some
colors
interesting stage
are the
gimmicks to it
hints.
as well. So we hope you look
But
forward.
Armor King will be
はい
red
まあ
then,
コメン
right?
トを見
But
て
no,
る
Anna's
と、まあ、こ
red
れ今
here.
回ね初めてフィードバック見たんで、こ
They
の
can
状態で
change.
は
They can change the character's
割と
colors.
この現状はこの折衷は割と好評です、
But I don't know.
あの
I don't know.
これぐらいでいいんだよっていう意見の方がなんか
Yeah, Label Long and Bruce Irvin are blue, right? They wear
Interesting to see
blue.
the comments. People kind of
Falcon
like
Rum, he
this,
wears blue.
this way of approaching it because it's not
Purple.
showing everything at once, and still trying to keep that method of all the
Marduk.
cool reveals, but at the same time giving people a little bit more clarity before they buy the pass.
なんでよりディティールはもう見えてきたと思いますので、あとはトレーラーを楽
Oh
しんで
God, Kunimitsu is purple, right? Oh my goodness, I hope
ま
not.
たトレーラーが公開されそして
そうですね
情報も少しずつ足されていってっていう感じでできるだけ早いタイミングで全公開できるようにはしたいなと思ってるんですが
I don't know. I don't know.
絵を用意しなきゃいけないんで
そうですね、
はい、
So
一応デフレ傾向
inflate what this is compared to what we just showed you was if you just want the characters, meaning without the stages, this is what you can get to just have the characters.
はい。なので、シーズン
Yeah,
2
so you get
キャラクターのステー
the
ジパス
characters
と、
and the
シー
stages.
ズン2キャラクターパスの2種類
But you don't have to. Now I'm gonna just buy all that stuff in one swoop and call it a day.
Made available.
はい。一つ目、
So what was
新しいエ
this?
ディションも4月1日から発売いたします。
Also, for anyone watching who might not have the base game yet,
Oh, I got the
there's various
ultimate edition.
bundles that will
So
be
for
made
season
available.
2,
はい。
I just
一
get
つ
the
目がアルティメッ
stage.
トエディション。これがシーズン2とシーズン1の、
Okay.
キャラクター&ステージパスがバンドルした、
Alrighty, well that looks like that's about it, guys.
There's a ultimate edition that includes
What
all
you
the
guys
stages,
think?
From season 1.
I think the season is
season 2 and stages for season 2.
crazy, like way more offense, no defensive mechanics added, none.
で、シーズン1、
But you know what the crazy thing is?
デラックスエディションというのが
The crazy thing is that
There's also the base game
for new defensive options, they could have done the laziest thing known to man.
はい。そして
You guys want to know what I'm talking
エ
about?
ディションとしてアドバンストエディション
They could have been super duper lazy,
これがテッケン8の
like super lazy,
エディリディアヒ
and we would have been okay.
の DLC がバンドルした
All right, at least we got more defensive
新しいエディション
options.
になります。
There's also
They could have been
the
super lazy.
includes the base game plus Eddie Lydia and Heihachi.
まあ
You guys want to know? Okay.
特別価格で
If they wanted to be super lazy
3つのキャラクターが入手
and added more defensive options, all they would have to do is start
ゲーム本編バンドルみたい
taking away,
So it's a nice beginning.
take it away,
With
Wall
the
crush.
and the 3 characters and
delete
the
it,
price
gone, no more wall crush. We got a new defensive option.
な折時々
Delete the wall crush.
セールの方もやっていきます。
Okay.
いいタイミングで
Parries.
ご購入いただいて、まあ、あるいは
Allow them to actually parry unblockables and heat smashes and all that stuff.
And we
And souped up armor moves. Like when someone does a jab and it gets absorbed, allow the armor move to get parried or armored.
So hopefully, if you have any
Remove
friends
that.
who wanna get into the game,
Revert that back to Tekken 7.
talk to them
Okay.
as well.
はい。
What else? What else? What else?
今日は以上でございます
Parrying jumping attacks.
アップデートもたくさんあるから。
そうですね。
Revert that. Take that back. We got a new defensive
As you
mechanic.
can saw, you know, Nakatsu and his team are working on a lot of cool stuff.
All right. All right. All right. What else? What else? What else?
So, we
Boom, boom, boom. You said it. You said it. Exactly.
僕は
Giuseppe Camoli.
あ、そうです。
Revert the backdashes back to Tekken 7.
mentioned prices are different depending on where you are, so please check our socials.
That's another one. All they had to do is just start taking away
Happy birthday.
all of these crazy changes that no one asked for from 7 to 8. Take them away, and you already got more defensive options.
Brad is actually off today. This is just him enjoying Tekken.
That's all you had to do.
Happy birthday to Nakatsu. If you guys
They could have said, "Oh, we messed up.
46?
Let's do this.
46.
Let's take away all of this new stuff that creates way more situations of overwhelming offense. Take this away. We got more defensive options."
配信してますので、もうそろそろ
So it's been 2.5 hours, so
But
we'll,
here we
it's a
are.
good time to end that now.
そうです。ゴーストね、結構割と質問多かったんだけど、ゴーストもちょいちょい実は、
あ、そうですね。今だんだん良くなってきてるんで。
Take away all those
はい。
最新版
guard break attacks. Take them away.
これはジェロームっていう結構天才プログラマー。彼がかなり
Shave down the plus frames on heat engagers.
はい
So
Shave down the plus frames on
programmers continue
these attacks that lead to stances.
those, so hopefully we can
On block.
at a separate instance. So
Take, and you'll suddenly find yourself with more defensive options
はい。ボジャパン、我々
while still having good offense.
ボジャパンお越しいただく方はぜひ、
You know, it's like a
おそらくシーズン2で
give and take, right? They're giving you more stances, but they need to take away some of these frames and crazy mechanics.
too, when we see everyone at EVO Japan. So I hope you'll
Take away heat smashes,
12人チーム本当に全力で
activating wall hazards or floor breaks or floor blasts. Take away
ぜひご期待ください。
The Balancing team has actually done a lot of cool stuff for this coming season, so it should be
Yeah.
fun to see what's been done with your individual characters. We hope you'll check it out.
何回も言うんですけど、パッチノートは
That's all they gotta do.
配信直前に公開します。
But instead, we get the same stuff, more crazy thing. That king stuff though,
So you have both
it's funny to me because I only wanted one I only wanted one buff for King, and that was him having a wall combo ender. But I never would have guessed. I get a wall combo ender that goes into a Jaguar sprint enhanced with a super powerful sliding low that looks like an untakeable knockdown after he hits you with it.
じゃあ今日はもう満身そうですかね。
And a launching mid and just a super strong homing mid kick.
今日はこれで
And don't forget, we still got RKO, which is unbreakable. But you can react to that, right?
配信の方もアーカイブ
Not online. But you can react to that, right?
Not only today's broadcast, but if you missed the Tekken Talk live from last month, there's an archive of that.
I don't even know what everyone else gets syntax era. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what all the other characters get. So if King got all that and he was already a top tier character, he was already top 10, and we saw Jin got buffs, they even buffed Yoshi a little bit. Yeah, I don't think they're trying to tone down, you know, tone down for what? The Lil Jon? Yo. Nah. So I think I'm really afraid for like two characters, and these two characters I actually play with. I'm concerned about Lee Chalan, and I'm concerned about Lars Alexander San. If they get anything similar to what we just saw from King and Jin, bro, every character is just, you may as well just say this game is Tekken Strive or Tekken Mugen Edition, where everyone is a kid eating all the ice cream they can eat. You know, like a kid in a candy store. You know, you ever took a kid with you to a grocery store? You ever been a kid with your parents at a grocery store? You just start picking up all the sweets and throwing it in the basket. They actually did that with these characters. Oh, I wanted King, his Jaguar sprint. I want every attack to be enhanced automatically. Boom, that's one thing. That's a chocolate bar. Oh goodness, I want Irish Whip to be guaranteed after your hits. Oh yeah, that's another chocolate bar. Boom, yeah. Oh, Jin, we need a strong aerial tailspin. Yay. Like they just threw in all the sweets, all the chocolate bars, all the cereal, all the milk. Bro. It's like a real child developed these changes. Like they really, what was that movie where this dude turned into a that was a kid that turned into a grown man? What was that movie called? Was it Bigger or something? Or Big? I think it was Big with was it Tom Hanks? Yeah, this is what's happening in Tekken. It's big. That's exactly, like they're buffing people in ways that I never would have imagined. Like I never would have imagined that. Like, bro, I sounded like Trump right there. I guarantee you in Tekken 8 Season 2, these characters are going to get buffed in ways we have never would have imagined. Never. And that is Tekken 8 Season 2. The likes of which we've never seen before. King. Jaguar Sprint. Enhanced Heat. Homing Giant Swing. Homing Shining Wizard. Bro, it's time, guys. We're gonna make sure that when you break throws, you lose health. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's stop, Trump. Let's stop.
But for this move, it's one where
all right.
So that you can't just easily mix your opponent.
Yeah, the likes of which we've never seen before.
You have to wait for recovery.
Play with the main man in Season 2. Wait, so we can fight Kazuya with a safe on block heat hell sweep? No, I'm good. Yeah. But we gotta not doom though, chat. We can't doom. We can't be doomers, right? They did say 1,500 lines of patch notes, right? So there's gonna be nerfs with all of these buffs, right? Right? There has to be. There's like each character is gonna have like a whole page of changes. So they're just showing us some stuff now that either can or can't be the best and worst of what we see from these characters. We don't know yet. But I'm thinking the game is gonna be real fun though, because it's just extra crazy. It's like super crazy, the wrestler. Yeah, it's like crazy stuff.
So
Make offense great again.
recovery. So obviously you're not going to KO someone with that.
You think people will quit season 2 because of King Homan throws? They've been quitting anyways. People been quitting anyways. So it is what it is. I just think like the King wall combo ender, he goes from not having one at all to having one of the best ones. Because now you gotta wake up on a Jaguar sprint. And a mix up where, okay, you're gonna want to just stay on the ground, right? Yeah, eat the low slide. That's gonna do 20 something damage. Nah, you're not gonna let King just have that heat enhanced slide after every combo, right? And I also think this though, chat. I think that last elbow or that string, if it hits the low wall slump, I think the character is gonna spin over and land on their stomach.
That said, he does have some.
So you can't do a spring kick option or like a toe kick. I don't think you're gonna be able to do that. I think he's gonna elbow you and you're gonna turn sideways. Like when Brian does a down back 3 or like King does a down back 3 on the grounded opponent, they flip over. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see.
The while crouching down forward right kick.
Some reason it looks like they nerfed Zafina. Nah, they buffed her, bro. She got buffed.
And its startup is from, it was 24, now 21.
And what we saw from Dragunov from the last Tekken Talk, the sneak 4 doesn't hit grounded anymore. But what do these changes even matter if they're gonna buff him in every other way? Like they showed Jin, right? 214 block punishable now. You can punish it, so the Jins are gonna stop doing 214 as much. They can just do something different entirely. They don't have to mash up forward 2 after every safe move to, try to stop you. They actually got to play more Tekken, and that's gonna be a scary thing. A Jin player actually playing more Tekken. That's bad for us.
This one, the flying one.
Yo, but he's got this here. He's got buffed heat. Yeah, it's something else when you like stop the brain dead play and start to play more solid. That's when it's super difficult to deal with. So yeah, don't rejoice off of these Jin nerfs. Don't rejoice. Because they obviously replaced it. Yeah, so he's gonna do far less down 2s, but don't forget he got a down back 4, right? The Gen players stopped using that move. They stopped using as many down 4s. There were a lot of Gen players were only doing down 2 as their low. Or hell sweep. We like that, right? But now they're gonna do the better options now. Because they are better now. So yeah. Yeah, Jin just got buffed. Yeah, to summarize it, you're right. Yeah, more heat stuff. And stances are just insane now. Installs are insane now. Combos are insane even more now. Because everyone's getting strong aerial tail spins that didn't have them before. So yeah. Yeah, it's on. At least we got the cool punish and counter hit thing on the screen now, the indicators. At least we got that. We got a better practice mode. We got some W's, chat. It's not all a total loss. So,
So a lot
we
of
got
the,
some wins.
pokes and convenient stuff was
We
nerfed.
got even more losses.
Some of his powers from stances and things that made
But
it
it's cool. It's cool.
まあ総じて言うとな
Yeah, and it's
新しいおもちゃは
it's still more. 1,500 lines of patch notes, guys.
こ
So
ういう切り込みも追加されてて、まあ、かなりジムも楽しくなってます
I'm gonna definitely be streaming it.
So, there's
You
some
guys know
new
it.
stuff to try out.
And I'm gonna see what this king stuff is all about. Cause right now in my head canon here is looking
たくさん
like he went from having the worst combo ender,
あと1週
the
間
worst wall combo ender, to having one of the best now.
Sorry, we could only get to a few
So we're gonna
questions today,
see.
but,
We're gonna see.
1 week later, you're gonna have access to it yourself. So we hope.
Yeah. So
それまでぜひ
all I can tell you guys to do is to be optimistic
はい
and don't give up on the game.
最高段位を
Don't give up on the game just yet.
シーズン2に備え
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff they've done I don't like, and I know you guys obviously don't like it either.
そうですね
But even with all of that, I think I'm still gonna like this game more in season 2 than in season 1.
Lower rank than you were previously.
King got buffed.
The end of the season will look at your highest rank achieved.
So, yeah.
You shouldn't worry about it. Try your best.
はい
It's gonna be great.
デバフ気味でたどたどしくてすいませんでした
Oh man, muzzle armor was such a problem. Okay, let's give him a good combo ender and a Jaguar sprint. While standing 2-2 punish into the Jaguar sprint. I forgot about that. Huge, huge buffs.
はいえーと
So yeah, yeah.
に
Like I said before earlier in this stream, chat,
発売になります
this game, the direction it's headed in is to really, really, really appease the new casual players. They want this game to be as appealing to new guys as possible. The new guys and girls are gonna love this game now.
パスを買っていただく
Who's low tier? Nobody.
コンテンツが
Is everyone good? Yes.
すべて
So I can play with anybody. Yes.
アクセスができる
I can go crazy with everybody.
いち
Yes.
早く触っ
I
て
can go crazy with everyone easily.
1日に
Yes.
パスをお買い求めください
3月末
Hey,
はいはい
So, for those of you who have access to the pass, that gives you 72
that's
hours
the
of
direction.
access to these characters when they're
That's
released.
they trying to compete with Mortal Kombat with sales, guys.
31st of March. in-
So if it was just the old heads
で
that came from the era of Tekken where Tekken was barely played, didn't sell a lot,
はい
that's where Tekken would still be. That's the hard stone cold truth.
でそれが何かというと
Once they started dumbing everything down
残り3キャラクター
and ticking us off, us old heads,
鉄拳のオリジナルの
us legacy players, yeah, once they started to add all this stuff to hold people's hands,
in the previous
game
talk,
started
we
selling
go
more.
through that these characters, when they're going to be released, summer,
Yeah.
etc.
Because
And they also
that's
want
just what
these
it
characters
is.
to be brand new,
Games, video games are getting more and more dumbed down and catering to
いろんな
simplicity. That's what gets the money.
バッグをいただきまして
That's just the truth.
で、まあ、我々も
It's just the truth.
今後どうやって発表していこうかっていうのを
So
検討はしたんですが
what can you do?
結論から言うと
まあ俺が
What can you do?
原田さんからいただくのがいいかもしれないですね
So, I know this is a point of discussion that many people are.
Yeah, you guys know, like it's like with everything. Convenience sells. Convenience
えっ
sells.
と意見はまだ
So
厳密に
yeah, Tekken is becoming more convenient
意見は
in easy mode.
けどまあ前回の理解
Of course, every top level player, right? Like the top level players,
そういう意味でいろんなイベントで
I don't think the top level players are gonna change, right? I don't think any casual player is just gonna play the game and learn it in 2 days and beat Arsenal and Ash, you know,
ね割と
or Poke Chop or any good long-standing Tekken player,
そこの
long-standing competitive Tekken player. I don't think anyone new is just gonna come in after 2 months and beat them. Yeah, it's just about enjoyment, really. You know, it's like enjoyment of the game for the competitive players.
dramatic.
Because like I said, they're not gonna necessarily change and just start losing to new casual players.
That said, we do realize
It's just gonna be a crap show at the highest level.
know the names straight up right
So,
away. And
yeah.
that change seems especially prevalent. Post.
But I guess the positive is everyone is ridiculous. Everyone's super OD and strong. So you can kind of start to eliminate the tiers. It's always going to be tiers, right? But I think the gap between each tier is like closer than ever, right? It already was close in season 1. I honestly I'd never made a tier list for season 1, but I honestly believed in season 1 there was 3 tiers. Like there was no C tier, no D tier. It was either SAB or SA A minus. Yeah, but season 2 might just be S and A, right? Yeah.
I did a poll where I kind of messed up.
Try to make a Tekken game new players enjoy. Try to make it more offensive. Yeah. That's true, Brody. Yeah.
I did it quite quickly after the talk live.
Am I gonna make one?
He said depending on if he did
Not on this stream. You guys want to see a tier list for season 1?
And then also, X is just one variety
Man.
where we're trying to
S plus and S.
the opinions of everyone as a whole.
Yeah. If everyone's getting the Jin and King treatment, then yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have that. But we don't know all the changes yet. We don't know all the changes, so let's just hold on to hope that at least competitively, like the balance of the game ends up kind of evening out with all of these insane changes we've seen so far. Let's hope with these 1,500 lines of notes that some things are better. Like a lot of things are better. But I ain't gonna hold my breath on that one. It's Anna with a 13 frame, high crushing, wall splatting, wall breaking, heat smash that she can do from 2 stances that we know of. Yeah, I don't know about that one yet, guys, but we gotta still be optimistic, though. We gotta be optimistic. Got to be optimistic, and they're not. Remember, the game is a work in progress, and there will be further changes later. They're gonna still do more balance patches. So what we get initially in season 2. It's not gonna hold forever. It might take a long time because some of this season 1 stuff, they never addressed it. Like some of the moves, they never addressed it. But we can hold on to hope. Hold on to hope. Let's hope it's an April Fool prank. Yeah, well, let's hope so, though. A lot of this stuff I saw, it completely fried my brain. Like, I could not believe it. It was actually funny. Real funny for me, because I've been playing the game forever. And I never thought I'd see the day where you can have so many insane offensive options and so little defensive options when Tekken has always been a defensive fighting game at the highest level. So everyone's going meets out. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's the GM. What is it? What do you call that? The GMology? GM Phonics. Yeah, that guy's got his own thing going. The trendsetter. You think they'll touch up on the throw break windows?
Pretty much public, right? So
phrasing. Oh yeah.
Pac-Man. It's not a rework of anything from the past. It's brand new. The soundtrack to it is actually pretty bomb.
I don't know, Mills. I don't know. I have no idea.
As well. So we hope you look forward to that.
No idea. 41 changes per character is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. That's why I was saying you got to be optimistic. It could be a lot more nerfs and bug fixes and all that other stuff. You just never know. You heard? Yeah. This is an April Fool's joke. You hope those who've been critical about this apologize.
And still, you know, trying to keep that method.
They can keep the king changes though. They can leave them there. But nah, I don't want King to be broken and stuff to where, you know, people like Nee and Arslan and Atif and Lohai and all them want to play with him. Get off my character. Yeah, because all you dudes think wrestling is lame and stuff like that. Stay off the character. Yeah, don't use him just because he's super OD. Don't use him because he's super top tier. Nah, keep that same energy. Have some pride for once. But anyways, it's been great.
Quicker hopefully than in the past. So we'll try our best with that.
What up, Basement Otaku? How you doing, bro? Yeah, we just frying our brains watching this, but it's all good. I can't even talk anymore. I'm slurring my words. I'm stuttering because we just watched some stuff. Some stuff. Oh man. But anyways, try and send you guys off to someone. I don't know who yet. I forgot TNS is a thing on Tuesdays, right?
Some people are saying it's Akuma because he would technically be returning, but that's not correct. You know, it'd be kind of rude to the original licensor to call it returning character.
Oh snap! You know something? I never followed this guy. This guy's really cool. Hold up. Let's show some love and support to this man Roman Jelly. That's exactly what we're gonna do. One of the coolest Tekken members we got. That's exactly where we're gonna go. And over on YouTube, I wish he streamed on YouTube as well, because I'd be able to send like the massive raid over there. I think he just streams on Twitch for now, but shout outs to Roman Jelly. You guys definitely go on over, show some support, hit that follow button. One of the best power players in America, and he's a real good content creator too. So definitely hit that follow button. You'll definitely make his night. He's been an avid supporter of this stream for many years. Many years. So this is my appreciation. Gotta go ahead and show the homie some support. But let me hit the follow button first.
And the release is on April 1st.
And you guys follow suit. Let's get him up to 2.7.
Oh shit! What up, Majin? Thanks for the follow, man.
Oh yeah. No problem, brother.
Fuck out of here.
All right, guys. Later.
What a combo, though. What? I'm stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Thanks for the raid, dude.